Before we jump into this podcast today, we want to talk about our sponsor. That's BetterHelp. What's BetterHelp? All right. It's not a crisis hotline. It's not a self-help line. All right. It's professional counseling done online, and you need to go get that. You might be asking, why he talking like that? Why he doing this? Because like sometimes I get amped up about BetterHelp because I like when people get better help. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get BetterHelp. Make sure y'all get out here and talk about your anxiety, your depression, your stress that you may be having going on. Anything that's going on with you, cuz, you make sure you get up there and you get that better help. All right, if I was a gangster in the streets and I needed some better help, I would just log on right now. All right, it's private, it's professional. You don't have to go outside your door where it could be dangerous. So you need to make sure you get that better help. All right, cuz. All right, so this is how you gonna do that, get that better help. This is what you're gonna do. All right, you can go to betterhelp.com/traphouse and make sure you get 10% off. All right, get that 10% off from us. All right, that's betterhelp.com/traphouse. We love you. We want you to get better help.
Wrong.
What's up?
Do you need some help?
Oh, no. But you guys can go get better help. That's betterhelp.com/traphouse. This week, our podcast is brought to you by True Neogen. All right. You want to get those cells in order? We got our cells in order by using True Neogen. All right. Listen, you got to keep up with all the work, and a sufficient supply of essential molecule called NAD must be maintained for cells to perform their normal functions. And that's what True Neogen is here for. All right. Which includes creating ATP for cellular energy, repairing your cells, and supporting healthy mitochondria. Y'all know about the mitochondria. We learned about that in school. So tap in with True Neogen. All right, True Neogen is backed by science. So listen, man, it's trials upon trials of scientists doing the work they need. All right, so make sure that you log in right now and save 20% off the first purchase by going to trueneogen.com/trap. All right, that's TRUNIAGEN.com/trap to save 20% off your first purchase. Go get that. This week's podcast is brought to you by VH1's Black Ink Crew. All right, we back and we get it cracking. On Monday, February 21st at 8/7 Central, get ready to watch VH1's Black Ink New York. And then at 9/8 Central, get ready to watch Black Ink Compton. All right, listen, with New York, it's new hood, means new problems. All right, so make sure you tuned in to VH1. All your favorites are back. All right, you got Alex. All right, you got Tati. You got all the crew coming back just for you. All right, and you get to find out if Lemire opened up his own shop. Will KP boss up or will KP shut down? All right, so get ready. It's the tale of two cities that you can only catch on VH1's Monday nights. Again, that's Black Ink Crew New York returns Monday, February 21st at 8/7 Central, followed by Black Ink Compton at 9/8 Central, only on VH1. Watch that.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Tripping better than slipping.
Welcome to the trap.
But sometimes we tripping.
Welcome to the trap,
Welcome to the trap.
where we joke and rap,
Where we joking rap.
gut busting laughs, hand slapping laps.
Girl, slap your loud.
Get you through your day,
Get you through your day.
and it's free of cost.
I'm so cheap.
Don't you laugh too loud.
No.
Don't get fired by your boss.
All unemployment.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap House. Comedy Trap House.
Welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I am your host, Rome Green Jr. In the building with me, I got Cam.
I'm Cam.
I got Emmanuel.
Yo.
And we got a special guest, a year removed. We back at it again. Tall niggas unite.
Here we go.
We back at it. He's an actor. He's a writer. He's a producer. Overall, just a great guy, man. We love this guy. We got Sarunas Jackson back in the building, man. Come on, gang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they said it's looking a little bit too brown. We need to lighten it up. So we gotta bring the boy in. How you feeling, dog?
Good, man. Good. Just happy to be back, bro. I you know, it's funny. I go back every once in a while to actually watch.
It was funny.
It was a good episode.
It was good. We talk about the sugar mama and all that on the episode. Yeah, no more of them. It is Valentines Day.
We did our deep dive in the sugar mama.
Sugar.
We dissected it.
Yeah, Emmanuel likes to dissect things. Last week he dissected V-necks, and now he's dissecting sugar mama.
We were talking about how, like, V-necks has come a long way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because in around 2007, V-necks went deeper than they ever went.
Yeah.
If you went to Atlanta,
It was deep.
That's very true.
Yeah, it was
in that
belly
bony
button.
area.
I was like, what? I was saying, why is your dick out in your neck?
And then they started the V-neck fedora combo.
Oh yeah, V-neck
Oh, the
fedora.
V-neck and fedora.
That's what we forgot to talk about. Yeah, the V-neck fedora combo.
And if you were a little artsy, you threw a scarf around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
you was-
God, yeah.
you was
Right,
good.
right.
Thomas Craig David vibe. Yeah.
Fall anytime. Fall anytime.
Anytime.
Look, we recording this on Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yeah.
But when you listen to it, guys, tomorrow it won't be Valentine's Day, but we're gonna still talk about some Valentine's Day stuff. But since Sarunas is here, I got a new section. This is gonna be a brand new section specifically for you. Because in the community, in the 6'2" and below community, we're starting to feel like you guys are just doing a lot up there in the 6'5", tall area. And so we got a section today called Tall Guys Can't. And since you here, I want you to just maybe give us some background on what tall guys can't do.
Say what you agree with.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
add some things on.
Yeah, now we're not saying our research is right. We also not saying our research is wrong. I'm just saying.
Also, it doesn't necessarily mean as an individual, just what I think.
Yeah, what you think?
Average a tall guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Because
so
I know y'all have a tall guy community meeting every Thursday,
every quarterly
meeting. Number one, we came up with tall guys can't hide.
Can't hide. You can't hide.
You can't hide.
Like it's not like, and that goes to a lot of things. You could say hide and go seek in the game. You can't it's just pointless. And then two, cheating.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
don't be caught in another nigga's room because there's no way to go for you.
Where am I gonna go?
It's gonna take you 45 minutes to climb out the window.
You're gonna be like, all right, I can't go up under the bed. The bed ain't extended long enough.
Right? Feet, something's gonna be sticking out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can't hide.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I will say the only other thing as far as hiding though, when it comes to like, let's just say going to like events, you almost can't hide in plain sight because they expect maybe a tall nigga like, oh, you supposed to be here.
So
you just walk right in. You know, like I ain't been on the list before, whatever. I just walk in like, oh, he over here. Okay. And then like I just
That's amazing. Hiding in plain sight for tall niggas.
Yeah, that's the only time it
you
works.
can sneak into NBA parties.
Oh, yeah,
anybody
for sure.
tall,
you
gotta be right there.
Sure. Also, we cannot eat. I'm on the Timberwolves. Who watches the Timberwolves?
You pick the team where don't nobody know the roster. You just walk in.
He the only nigga that comes in the club with a jersey on. Talking about, no, I'm with the team. I'm with the team, dog. Talking about.
That's funny. All right, number two, we said tall guys can't be expressive.
Yeah.
And this what we mean.
It can be too much.
Like you go to throw your arms right now, you gonna kill me.
He gonna kill me. You can't be talking like this as a tall man.
Can't use your hands.
You gotta stay at California nigga height.
Yeah,
so
you
right
gotta be
here,
right here in chest.
That's it.
Be calm, speak calmly.
All you got is this.
Yeah,
You go up.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
go
go
up.
down.
You can't go to the
up.
side. No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's funny because I agree with that because when I started acting, I had an acting teacher's like, you gotta pretend you acting in a phone booth. And I was like, oh, so
Because you
I
talk?
talk with my hands.
Yeah.
And then that's because I started keeping it right here because I realized I'm like, oh, it is a lot.
Yeah,
it is a lot. I
scared
agree.
right now.
There we go. All right,
It's a hazard, right?
we 2 for 2.
Yeah, two for two.
All right.
And Roman spent hundreds of seconds on it.
Hundreds of seconds
You know
of this with no thought whatsoever. Number three, we said tall guys can't garden because when
You can't garden.
your back and knees is not bent.
It's not meant for flowers.
We can go out and just bend, doing.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna have a lot of issues trying to garden and whatnot.
Look, it's more to gardening than just getting down
For
in the
sure.
dirt. You got to trim the leaves.
I'm about to say, there's that.
Okay. That's good. That's good. But you can't get low in garden. You can't get to the soil.
No ground plants.
No
No soiling. Okay.
Only up top.
We need you to grab the fruit from the tallest
You have a tree company.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So we might have dismissed that a little bit.
Yeah,
They can garden
They
in
go either way on that.
Okay, all right, 50-50. We said now Manuel threw this one in because he's like, let's talk about this. Date really short girls. Because does it feel awkward?
So even though I have seen a lot of tall guys do that,
Yeah.
To me, it does get at times like I like to dance too. And there ain't no dance with your short girl. You gotta like honestly sit down, and let her do her thing.
Yeah.
It's like I can't participate though.
You shaking on my shins. Twerking that ass.
What, do you have a height? Like, all right, I can't go this low.
It's not like I don't like fully discriminate, but I will say like, it is nice if they are at least like 5'7" and taller.
Okay.
It is not to say that I haven't had like a 5'5" girlfriend or a 5'3".
5'3", 5'2".
The mother of my child is short.
Is she?
Yeah.
Short.
Got it.
And see, y'all
My daughter almost her height already. She's
and y'all
not
not together no more, right?
No, we not.
Don't date shorts. Tall niggas stay away from the short ones.
You said something.
Leave them to 6'2" niggas and below.
Yeah, 'cause you did a girl
Short
your
girls.
height.
My height.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
You know what?
That'd be
I remember I was in the comments of how you say Liz's last name? She plays in WNBA.
Oh,
Cambridge?
yeah.
Cambridge. I thought it was Cambridge for a long time. But it's Cambridge or something like that. Yeah. I was in her comments and she's for sure my height. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have the same trainer too, and she's maybe a smidge taller. I don't know.
God.
Damn,
I was in her comments though, like with the little eyes.
That'd be fun to see.
That'd be fun to see,
Just
yeah.
watching them walk down the street would be like,
Yeah, both y'all
Watching them have sex would be incredible. Like the building would shake, nigga. Like you would feel like, God damn,
Like, what is going on?
You would see legs coming out windows and shit.
You said something. You said you like to dance, and I don't think tall niggas can Dougie in the club. Like no
Okay,
Dougie in the
Now,
club.
contrary to belief.
All right. He said, nigga,
You gotta remember, like back in the John Wall days, who's 6'4" and all
Yeah,
them.
true,
Yeah, that's true.
Marcus, they was dug in.
That's true.
heavy.
That's true.
That was the time when we were like, oh, here's our time because we can use our limbs, and it looked good. Chris Brown about 6'3", so he
and he
inspired
made it
us.
work. He made it work.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's
we only got 3 more. Can't stand by themselves in the dark, and because
It's scary. It's scary. It's just scary.
Like if I walk in the house and you just happen to be standing in the kitchen, I'm like, hey, bro, what the fuck is
that's
that?
scary, but anyone staying in the dark, I'm be scared.
No.
Like if I don't know you there,
You stand in the dark, I'd be like, all right, I could possibly fight with this nigga. This nigga standing in the dark, that's an evil spirit.
If I see him like just standing in the middle of the road down the street, and you know how something looks small from a distance, but he start walking up, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this nigga?
I've scared too many people who didn't know I was in the house.
Yeah,
That's
way too many
hilarious.
times. People who've known me my whole life.
Yeah,
my mother or my, even when
That's
I met,
hilarious.
y'all know my boy Matt Murray.
Yeah.
So when we great actor, when we met, the first time we ever met, he was coming out the back of his apartment building, and I was walking down, and it's in like it's kind of like on a hill in a sense. And it was at night, but I had recognized him for the show called LA Complex, and he only did like 4 episodes on it. And the only reason I recognized him because me and my ex-girlfriend at the time, we paused on him and was like, what do you think his casting's like? Because he mixed, but he's like very fair skinned,
Right.
but he had black features. And he kind of like reminded me of my dad. She had pointed that out. So I saw him, and I remember I was like, hey, yo, my man. And he looked like, he turned around and he looked me up and down. He looked me up and down, kind of like he wasn't sure. He was like, man, I gotta
fight this.
he looked at me, and then I had to right away. I saw his face. I was like, oh, I gotta remember, like I'm 6'9" in the dark. I'm calling out his name. So
especially like, hey, my man.
Hey, my man. Like it was.
But see, let me give him some defense, because looking a nigga up and down is different. When you that tall, the time it takes for a nigga to look up and down at you, it looked like he's scared or worried about you.
Yeah.
But he just like, that.
But he a smiley guy. His face was serious. He was like, yeah. He just said, yeah. And then I was like, oh man, hey, LA Complex. And then he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay,
That's
whoa, my bad, bro.
Only in the black community are certain like phrases that are normal to any other community scary. Like where you from?
Right.
That's scary in the black community.
That's facts. That's facts.
You like, nah, they could be legit asking me where I'm from.
What question is this?
Yeah.
I feel like there's only certain but like if someone asks me where I'm from in Dallas, I'm actually gonna tell them. But here in LA, I'm like,
what's up?
I ain't from LA.
That's what you guys say.
I'm not from here.
I'm not from here, bro.
Miami.
Last 2, can't have ashy knees. because your knees is
Everybody.
everybody.
Look at this. You see, if you got shorts on as a tall man, you cannot have
You gotta
action
make
in
sure
there.
you gotta
Lotion
make
them
sure.
up, they're gonna be out.
And the last one,
too, man. See,
Oh,
I make it
damn.
look bad too.
the
But
last
it's all
one.
right.
You ruined yourself.
I soiled it.
You're not gonna agree with this last one, but I put careful thought into this for at least a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Tall people can't be CEOs, and this is why.
Let's talk about it.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
As soon
All
as
the
you put
NBA
on-
are CEOs.
Listen, and they all look like villains. Everybody
That's
that
very
wears
true. In a suit, you look like a villain.
You walk in, you look like you are an elitist.
Yeah. Like you're in a secret society.
Like you're trying to take over the world.
I want to agree with that, but then like randomly in college, I saw this study that, and I remember there was this infomercial for like lifts to put in your shoe for shorter guys, right?
Yeah.
And that there was a study that taller people are perceived as more successful. So in turn, it has affected like as far as like their hiring rate, like they can climb up the
Perception of
race. So
them. Okay.
yeah, so like they get pretty
That's interesting.
decent. I mean,
That's
obviously, if you're
interesting.
qualified and tall,
Yeah.
then it's pretty good
then
for
you
you.
got it.
I just remember that blew my. I was like, oh, I guess maybe we do seem like we command presence just because of our stature.
I feel like every tall nigga just gotta have a cigar if he wear a suit. It just automatically just appear.
Right. Richard Kelly.
Yeah, just evil in the dark.
It
with
just
the
lights
smoke roll.
up the.
But no, that shit.
Definitely look like they should be king of Persia.
But let's talk about some sports shit, man. Super Bowl happened last night.
Yeah.
And I know the city was up last night. I was asleep, but the city was up.
Same.
Yeah.
The week leading up to it
Yeah.
wore me out. I was like, damn, I don't even have nothing for game day.
That's
that was
it. Because
I need to ask you
Yeah.
real quick though. You a Philly fan?
Yeah. Eagle fan.
I'm a Commanders fan.
Got it.
Do you feel any type of way? We all in the same division. Cam, you a Cowboys fan? I don't give a fuck, but you can answer too. Do y'all feel any type of way about this? We are a historic team, just like y'all within the division. Do you feel any type of way do you feel different? Like we're not a part of the divisions changed
Because
like,
of the Commanders?
Yeah, like it's the Cowboys, the Eagles, the
did you hear that
Giants, and
chant
the
they was
Commanders.
doing? Like the but we
I gotta stay off that. It's all fucked.
You guys had some names that I liked though. There was like the Red Wolves.
Like,
That's
Wolves,
what I
yeah,
wanted.
Wolves have been-
I wanted
Wolves
either
was bad.
Warriors or Wolves.
The Wolves
Red
was-
Wolves are dope to me. I don't know why I didn't go with
Red
that.
Wolves-
I get Commanders being in DC.
But what is a
But-
commander? They command
What?
ships. That's what a commander is.
That's for the tall people.
I saw I saw a tweet that said they went from a racist name to full-on white supremacy.
Yeah, they already calling us the commies.
Damn, man. The commies.
I think that the only way you could feel a way about another team is just that they just got to get competitive again. And I mean, they have been. They won a division last year.
Yeah.
But also, I'm talking about get competitive. Like the
Sustain.
last couple of years, it's like the division has been won by the least shittiest team.
Right.
And I'm talking about let's have like a real year amongst all the teams where they duking out in like an 11-5 or whatever now.
Yeah.
17
Yeah,
games. 12-5 team wins the division. You know what I mean? Instead of a 9.
So you're saying just the competition just got to go up.
Yeah,
That's
because we won a division with like 9 and 8.
Yeah.
I predicted we were gonna be 10-7, but
Y'all just need a quarterback. Y'all
literally,
ain't doing them to y'all.
Literally, that's it. Do you guys think you're gonna draft Liberty quarterback Malik Willis?
I like him. I like him. He's gonna be a little rough, but I think they're gonna either go after Russell Wilson
I think so.
or
I don't know if Russell will. You know what? Actually, I think he would be Scary Terry.
because he's from the area too, and he
Right.
brings
I'll be
scary
forgetting.
to and so I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. My team
Who do you
is-
want as a quarterback?
The way I look at it is right now, even this past Super Bowl, it's the quarterbacks that's been in the league a little bit that seem to win all the time. Now I know Joe Burrow
Second
got
year.
there, but it's
Patrick
second year.
Mahomes won in the second year.
Did he win his second year?
Yep.
I think so.
True that.
won his first year.
True that, but I'm saying it's few except like how often do you hit on a quarterback in the draft? It's rare.
It's tough.
It's hard to find
It's
a quarterback
tough.
in the draft. Most of the top ones just fall off. If you look at 2012, RG3, all
Luck.
the Andrew Luck, all of them are gone.
Look at 2016, Goff and Wentz.
Goff, Wentz, like they
went
just
1 and 2.
So it's hard to find a quarterback in the league. I mean, in the draft. So I kind of just rather go after somebody that's successful. They pulled Peyton Manning for Denver.
Trying to do the same thing with Rodgers.
Jesus Christ.
That's their strategy.
But Rodgers will actually be serviceable. Manning was actually bad.
He was better than what they had. He did have 55 touchdowns.
Well, that year, I know. I'm just talking about the year they won
the Super Bowl.
No, that's the year we got our ass whooped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like the year you win the Super Bowl. Oh my God, we stopping?
Oh no, you good. You good. He just turned on AC.
Oh, okay. The year y'all won the Super Bowl, I mean, he was. Honestly,
he was we only won because
he still was better than what y'all had.
And he still was better with but yeah,
of course.
Yeah, but we defense won that year. That was with Bond and all. Yeah, that was his defense.
Cam was getting jumped. Right, he had punches out there as his main receiver, bro.
Yeah, he was definitely getting jumped. How'd you feel about the game last night?
Good game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah,
I was going for the Bengals. I was going for the Bengals.
I was going for the Rams.
Yeah, I just wanted to see because I think had they not called the hold on Buddy if it was the 3rd and like 8, they called that hold, and that's what once they called the hold, it was like that was it.
Yeah. What about the Ramsey call? That no call.
Oh, when he pulled his face
Higgins.
mask.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Because if they don't score that, then it's like damn.
Yeah.
That's about it. It would have been honestly like I didn't realize it was gonna be as defense. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more offensive.
Yeah.
Because if that T. Higgins doesn't do that, Joe doesn't even have a passing touchdown. And only Joe Mixon does.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
The only reason I wanted Rams to win, a couple of reasons. Well, one, my little brother has been on this smear campaign of Jalen Hurts, and we're Eagle fans.
Okay.
Darius Jackson has been on a smear campaign.
Put him out.
Hurts.
Call him out.
Hey, Darius, if you tall too, we don't want no issues. Don't be standing in the middle of our street, please.
We don't want no beef.
We don't want no beef.
And he's on like this thing where like, okay, he just I'm not saying that Jalen can't get better. Obviously, he can get very, much better. But the way he's been, like, he wanted Joe to win. He's like, see, you got to have this, and that kind of quarterback. I'm like, you have to have a roster, bro. You can have the nicest quarterback. Russell's been one of the best quarterbacks last few years, the best quarterback in the league, not even getting close to back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's, Tom Brady going to the Bucs. Bro, that was an all-star team. Fournette, Antonio Brown, Godwin, Evans, Gronk, like, dog, and the defense. I'm like, bro, we're like, even Stafford been in the league since when? 2010?
I think 2010.
Right, over a decade. God damn. And now he get this roster.
He good to go.
Odell got hurt, but he still got his touchdown. Yeah. Cooper Kupp should have been MVP.
Phenomenal.
Should have been MVP of the league to me.
Yeah. He was.
Hold on, who's MVP?
Rodgers.
But
Rodgers was phenomenal, but I think Cooper Kupp.
How about
Cooper
Donald?
Kupp went the fuck off.
But Donald, you don't think Aaron Donald?
For the Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, you talking about Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I was talking about the.
Oh, you talking about league?
Yeah, I thought it should have been co-MVP with Cooper and Aaron Donald because Cooper still had 8 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
I'm gonna tell you the person who really won and was most happy was Matthew Stafford's wife because she's finally out of Detroit.
You saw her on
she was like, finally.
They could have lost. She should have been like,
and see, now that they won, she's like, it's solidified.
We're staying. Man. But and then you got Von, all 3 levels of star. Donald, Von Miller, Ramsey. It's just like, bro, like you get a full on roster, but you still, obviously you got to get a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody would have thought Stafford would have won until he came to a team like this.
But the Rams had to win. They mortgaged everything.
Oh, yeah,
they don't have like a first round pick till 2024.
But don't you feel that's how you got to do it?
No, I mean it's different ways to do it. They did it that way. I wouldn't want my team to do it that way because then it's like if you lost, they should have lost on the interception to the 49ers.
Yeah, to be honest.
But if they would have lost, then it's like all for naught. You did all this and now you can't even rebuild.
Cam, it's been 25 years since y'all won a Super Bowl.
Honestly.
Might as well mortgage everything as many years as you can to try to get. Look at all the teams.
Honestly, your guys' team should be are you talking about roster? I'm talking about rosters. If you look at Dallas Cowboys rosters, it's completely insane that they can't fucking figure it out. Don't get me wrong, I love that they can't, but at the same time, as just a football person, it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
They roster staff,
especially this year.
Yeah, like bro, you got a talented receiving corps. two great running backs because Pollard is nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
But I will say Cowboys, it's a revolving door with running backs. Yeah, it is.
I just think you got to put it in for that. Like, you got to go in. Like, you got to get your roster. He's right. You got to have a bomb roster. But this thing about long-term building in the NFL, I think that's over with.
It's been over with.
Yeah,
think about the quarterbacks these days. Like, it's not like how Aaron Rodgers was when he came and got drafted, where he sat behind a quarterback for a while and takes over the franchise.
That don't happen no more.
That's not. You got to come in ready at
Niggas
bottom
like, get your ass in there.
Yeah, go save us.
Trying to win now.
Trey Lance is the quarterback now for the Niners. It's like he just came in. So
what y'all think about the halftime show?
Legendary.
I thought it was really good.
I wanted that Pac hologram.
Now,
I thought it was gonna happen.
I thought it was gonna happen too.
I think there was a bet going on if that was gonna happen. Like I almost went in. I was like, hell yeah, they doing that.
The thing is, now with this Super Bowl halftime show, where does it rank in halftime shows? Because Mike, shout out to Mike Mendez that's not here. That's why you guys don't hear him, because he's out having a Valentine's Day. What type of sucker ass shit is that?
Who does Valentine's on Valentine's Day?
Right.
Weirdo.
So we got to engineer our own
So we got
podcast.
to engineer our own pocket like we haven't done before for the last
Like a
10
savage.
years. Fuck you, Mike. We love you, man.
With your happy ass.
With your happy ass.
With your healthy ass.
But he was saying, what are some of the top halftime shows? I was like, that's interesting. I mean, of course, you got to put Janet Titty up there. That's always going to be.
I mean, that's top tier.
That's top tier. That's
That
top
is
titty.
probably the most legendary. Remember, like what?
Beyonce.
That was the Eagles Super Bowl.
Which one?
That's
we lost.
hilarious.
The titty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donovan
I was
McNabb,
14. I was 14, and I was like, wow.
Telling you, if T.O. wasn't hurt, y'all would have won.
Yeah.
T.O.
Bro.
Yeah,
balling.
he was
If he just
crazy.
wasn't hurt, y'all would have won.
Damn,
I'm
man.
so happy y'all did.
I said Beyonce, of course. That
Prince.
Was
Michael Jackson.
Prince, Michael. So
Shit,
this one,
Bruno had a good one.
yeah, Bruno
had
but
that
he was with
good one.
Beyonce, right? Wasn't that what?
Didn't
Yeah,
he have?
No, he came out with Beyonce.
Yeah, I think it was with Beyonce. I think it was Beyonce and Bruno. I believe at that one.
I mean, so Beyonce's only done the halftime one time.
That I can
so.
that I can remember.
No, because
No,
she
she
shut
did
down
do
the
it
lights. And Bruno didn't come out with her that year. She shut down the lights, the Ravens and Niners
I
year.
think
She
you're
did too?
right.
She did
I
too?
think she did do a
But that's so close
back-to-back.
together.
I think.
That don't make sense. No, I can't. No way.
I remember one with like
Let's-
the
let's-
whole
let's
Malcolm
get-
X
Let's
thing.
Google.
Yeah, because Bruno couldn't have come out around that time.
Let me see. Hold
There's
on.
no way we gave a fuck enough about Bruno at that time. I love Bruno, but at that time,
Let me see.
God damn
How
it, Mike
many?
Mendez is when
Damn
he
it,
was
Mike
here
Mendez. See
doing
what you
the
did?
research.
Super Bowls has Beyonce performed. Let me see. So in 2013, as a solo act,
Okay.
2013.
and then 2016 along Coldplay and Bruno.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember which one was better.
No, her single one was the big
with the
show
Malcolm
with the
X
March
one.
Single,
Oh, yeah, true,
That,
true.
The formation,
Okay,
Yeah, formation.
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
But was that 2016?
That was
13.
2013.
13.
Formation came out that long. Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, time
Okay.
flies.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Because that one was very military.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was dope
Yeah.
as fuck.
She
Yeah.
wore the Michael Jackson outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cold. So
Okay.
but if we had
We gotta rank
none of the
this
hand
one.
rank them.
You got to put this one. This might be.
Janet got to be number one
Yeah,
because the
Janet
most
got-
memorable.
Yeah. Janet
If
might
we
have
just
to
gonna
be
I mean,
number one.
also not for nothing, the music's great. Janet and Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was a fantastic
Yeah.
show, and Titty was the. I mean, for lack
hold
of a
on.
better term, it was the titty on top. It was the titty on top.
But I will say, like, I mean, it's hard to remove it. But if you remove the titty, is it better than this last night's show?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Because it's
Maybe not.
I
legendary
think it's
last night.
preference because a lot of people don't like hip hop, but of course we
It's the
do,
most streamed
so-
music
Justin
in the
Timberlake
world.
killed his performance
For
for
sure.
sure. I
Yeah, for
remember
sure.
that. I can't
He
remember.
did.
I remember.
Janet is Janet. She
Yeah,
killed
Janet.
it.
Janet
Yeah.
did her thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's,
For sure.
it's
but-
hard when you got like artists that do choreography because that plays such a big part into it.
Yeah.
Versus when you just rapping, even though they had the
And
dances.
if you an LA
but-
person, this would be number
For
one.
sure,
Like, I
for
was
sure.
raised in Cali, and
this
I
the
was
one-
out there going crazy. But yeah, you right though. Like when it comes, like damn, Beyonce 2013.
That shit hard. I remember that. That shit was hard.
That might be one. Then Janet. Then yesterday's 3 for me. If I had to do it, I mean,
Okay.
damn, there's Prince and Michael too. But I wasn't around to watch
Yeah,
that
for
live.
sure, for sure, for
if they
sure.
would have brought Pac out,
Did my pocket.
Then it would've been number one.
That would have been number one.
Yeah.
as soon as they did California second, I said he ain't coming.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
yeah,
what I
they
like.
did it
They
too
do
early.
California
Yeah.
Love last.
Yeah,
he
that
coming
would've been
out.
the way that-
Y'all think 50 Cent was lightheaded?
Something was going on. He was
Yeah,
Not necessarily. I don't think
that was
so.
That was a lot of weight coming.
That's
true.
I didn't realize. I thought he was still like he is, but I didn't realize how thick he got. You know what I mean? Like,
He
was.
He reformed. He's
heavy.
forming back to his chubby self. He used to be a fat boy too.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent, yeah.
When he was younger, he said he was a fat boy.
He did.
I pointed wrong.
No, I mean, he used to be a fat boy too. With his fat ass.
I'm sorry, guys.
I know you could identify fatty.
I like Kendrick part.
Yeah, Kendrick part was cool.
He always kills it.
Yeah,
bro.
he
Have
always
y'all ever
kills
watched him live?
Yeah. Oh, you like in person?
Live?
Oh,
I've seen him live. Have I seen?
Have I
him
seen
live?
it?
Y'all would remember.
Yeah,
man.
no, I don't think I've seen him
think
live.
so.
No.
I seen him with an orchestra.
Oh,
and
that's
he did
hard.
my favorite
Amazing.
song, which I would have never thought. If These Walls Could Talk is not necessarily a song you do.
Yeah.
that's.
But that's an orchestra song.
Wow.
And I was blown away.
Sheesh.
Blown
Damn.
away.
He's an amazing
Yeah,
performance
no.
artist. I'm. It's so interesting because 2020 and these last 2 years
Mm-hmm.
or whatever seemed like a time Kendrick would have dropped his, because this speaks so much to what he speaks about a
But
lot.
he did say he's been avoiding being
Yeah, he
dodging,
doesn't want to
yeah.
be, and it makes sense. So I feel like this revs up the energy to be more excited for when he does.
For
drop,
sure.
you know
I
what
mean,
I'm
that's
saying?
my favorite rapper, but yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, I wonder, I don't feel no way about like, if anything, I agree with him, but I was also wondering, I always play devil's advocate. Is he kind of pushing too far to the other side to avoid? He's like, I've been dodging, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you doing too much of that?
I see. Yeah.
Because I feel like, is it because
Too
of so
much
much
dodging?
fluff?
Because
Yeah, or so anti to the point maybe it's a little counterproductive.
I think I took it as like I've been talking about this. Now y'all want to talk about this.
I feel it.
So
I
now
feel-
I
that's
want
how-
to hear
no,
it.
I
You
agree.
can
Yeah,
you
I
can go
agree.
back to my old work,
Yeah.
like
I
the
agree.
last 3
Yeah.
albums. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, he's always been military. That's my favorite rapper, bro. Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
I don't want to get too far away from
Yeah.
titties because you
Yeah.
said Adidas titties.
Oh
is,
yeah, did y'all
we-
see this promo?
Nah.
Adidas
Adidas
titties.
dropped on their Instagram. If one of y'all could just pull
Yeah.
up for it. But Adidas dropped the
On Adidas page,
Twitter. I think a Twitter thing post. It was just
titties.
titties. Like
Wait.
out. Yeah, titties out. It was like one of those square a bunch of squares
trending,
of girls'
so let me
titties out.
see.
Adidas
And-
tweets in the last hour.
This was maybe 2 days ago though. It was for what was
Oh.
it? Is it breast cancer?
You see
Yep.
it?
And they dropped this and they said,
Oh.
the bras to promote their bras. And people got in the uproar. Why can't you just show the bras?
No, fuck that. Show
You
the
didn't see
titties.
what's underneath.
And they said if you clicked on it, it took you to the website with the bras on it.
Hey, that's
so
hard.
This is how
It's
far
just
they gonna
showing
promote.
you all like that their bras
There's different
support
titties.
a variety of titties.
Like, come on now. I don't see nothing wrong with this.
These are great.
This is good marketing.
Especially around Super Bowl
Yeah,
time
this-
when
yeah.
you think about titties.
Yeah, it's good. This is
Yeah.
good marketing
These
right
are my
here.
favorite.
He said these are.
Those some heavies. Those some heavies
I like
right
heavy.
there.
Hold on,
I like
which
that.
row? Which
Heavy.
row you was looking
Top
at?
row.
Top row.
And if you're going from right to left, go
Yeah.
third right to left. Not left to right. Right to left, go to the third one.
Right to
Some heavies.
top row.
Top row.
If you start from the right, all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't know which one you.
Oh, I guess. Okay.
We probably done.
It's funny, both them niggas looked at the same time.
We were like, oh yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
We different business. But no, I mean, shit. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Let me see what you was looking at.
Oh, you-
I want to see what you
Yeah,
thought
for
I was
real.
talking
Like,
about.
what were y'all so disgusted by? Goddamn.
In the middle. Now we're not saying I wasn't
I don't
disgusted.
discriminate.
I don't
Not disgusted,
discriminate.
but-
But you were just surprised.
I was surprised. I was like, oh, that's different.
Out of all of them.
Yeah, that's
That's just
different.
not my preference.
Yeah. But so
Oh, these are great. too.
so people were in an uproar basically that they didn't show the bra and they showed
Yeah,
the
I mean they're saying they use it
God.
over sexualizing stuff. Now
Oh,
it's
what?
February
titty
breast
month.
cancer.
No, I think that's October.
That's October.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, that's-
They're playing football when that happens. I know that.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes,
I think
yes,
that's
they are.
October.
They are.
And here's the thing, like, it's titties, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beautiful titties. They should be shown. Show the titty. Free the nip.
Free to nip. Free to nip.
Man,
I mean, there's
everybody wanna be
consequences to
upward
that.
about
I mean,
all the time.
there is consequences.
There's consequences to
but,
that.
I mean,
Would you tell your daughter free to nip if you had a daughter?
if she was on the Adidas campaign, yeah.
I don't want to be involved in those decisions.
He said, I don't want to. He said, I got a daughter. I don't want to think about
I don't know.
Wait till you're 18. You do what you think is right.
That's hilarious. Do you think about stuff like
Yeah, I'm about
that?
to say, yeah. As a father, like, you think about like
Right.
once she's older, you know, she's 18 or 21, whatever, now she is a woman making her own decision. So it's like, but you know, we men, we dad. So it's like,
right. I think like once I found out the gender of my child, I was already kind of working through all right, like, you know, as a parent, you don't own your child.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If that was the case, you know, I'd be doing something completely else if my mother had it her way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I try to let things go, and I try to be like, all right, and I know she's a girl. I got to take out a lot of these conditionings because I know if I have a son, there's certain things, you know, maybe I don't want to be that dad and cause anything between me and my daughter. So I have thought about those things, but I just trust that me and her mother, you know, her mother's a great mother, and that we do a job where, you know, it's funny, you see how like their little personalities now, and I'm hoping some things carry over, and she's very like careful and very like, even like the other day we were walking and, you know, the sidewalk, like I guess they were doing something, fixing the sidewalk, and it turned into gravel, and she was walking and she was like looking at it and was like and she like touched and then was like, okay. I'm like, cool. If that could keep translating.
Right.
Because even with men, she takes a long time to warm up with men. And I'm like, yes, I like that. With women, she'd be like, yeah. But with men, she kind of like, you know, and she'll side eye a little bit. So I'm like, if some of these things can carry forward, then I'll be all right.
I think the only thing you can know, all you can do is raise your kid to the best you can for the 18
and then you
years.
Let them go.
And then it's like, hey, man.
And then you just trust them.
Yeah,
and I try to tell, like, man, I know it's tough, like, because I imagine, like, the parents of people that have committed heinous crimes.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I know some of them internalize it, but at that point, it's like, man, they their own person. You can't, like, if, let's just say, like, you know, if that, like, something crazy would happen, it's just like, man, it's hard. And it's easier to say, but you got to try your best to not blame yourself, because there's things I did, like my parents couldn't have done nothing about it.
Yeah.
They couldn't have done nothing about it. You know, no matter how well they raised me, you know.
You're your own person.
At the end of the day, I made my own decisions.
Right.
So, you know, I just try to keep my mindset in that. But
let me ask you this
one.
one thing, because this is a thing I've been thinking about a while, especially to the case if I was to have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like there's been, I don't believe necessarily in this idea of toxic masculinity. Like, I mean, it's just toxic people do toxic things.
Is this a Kevin Emanuel's exclusive?
Maybe. Call me Kevin Emanuel.
You say you don't. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
So what I'm saying is that, like, for a while, if there was a toxic masculinity, I felt from guys, especially fathers, being overly
protective.
I guess, I mean, I hate to say overly protective. I mean, what is that? But like, just, maybe too much over whatever guy comes to meet their daughter or whatever. Do you think that instead of being like that, where you're trying to cut your daughter off from ever fucking, essentially, which a lot of guys try to be like, no, you know, you ain't dating nobody, whatever. That's weird, right? Wouldn't it be cool if a father can help choose the man for their daughter? Would you ever be into like, yo, I'll help you pick your man?
It's not necessarily I would ever be down. Like,
women choose wrong.
Them out.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
you know, we all
people do.
We all do.
But I ain't made the right choices in my life sometimes. But
but girls ends up with some dire consequences.
That's true.
When they choose the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And a lot of times, it's, you know, the girls that don't have fathers have a hard time understanding what that love is like from another man. But if you have a father, I feel like the best way to utilize that father, is this guy the good guy, the right guy? I'm not saying you're gonna marry the man I say, but I'm saying like, hey, let me help you choose. Like, let me guide you to the right guy.
If she brings, you know, obviously gonna bring, you know, whoever she's interested in around, dating around, and if she asks for my opinion, I could tell her what I think of what I know of the guy in the moment, because he's only gonna show me so much of him. So if I'm the dad, you know what I mean? Hopefully you could get to a point where like you create this safe space, and hopefully like I have this, you know, when she gets older, I'm gonna have this relationship with my daughter where there's a safe space to talk, you know, she'll talk about that. Oh no, my dad's cool, like come over or whatever, cool, because I want that. Right. Because I will say for the flip of that, when I've seen all the girls that had the dads that were so
strict.
Militant.
But the first two girls that I ever had sex with, they had those type of that sneaking out at night and shit.
Yeah.
When they get to college, a lot of times those girls who have
Get
strict
to it.
mom and dad or mom, they get right to
That's
it.
why they say the pastor's daughter.
Yeah.
Usually the wildest
Exactly,
one.
bro. So it's just like, and for me to, I'm gonna create a safe space so now she's comfortable, so she doesn't. Once you take away the forbidden fruit, it's not so enticing. Now she's just doing that strictly because she wants to and it's safe,
Right.
and she feels comfortable to do that, to explore that.
Right.
So I mean, like I offer up my opinion, in the best way I can.
Right.
But I think I'll get to a point. I have trust and belief that I'll just trust her taste, and then, if there is a red flag there, I will voice my
Of course.
I will voice my opinion. But
yeah.
if it's just like little shit, because people try to find, if you want to find something wrong, you will find something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll be like, guys like that, or like, oh, he's, he does this, and well, usually those guys like that. It's like, no, what are you seeing right now though that you can actually? Because I've had dad disrespect me, and I'm the worst. I'm the worst guy to like. I'm not the guy that respects the elder. I respect people who respect me.
For sure.
I've had dads try to test me, be disrespectful and shit, and I just be like, well, what's up? What do you want to do about it?
Funny
Because I'll
thing
beat your ass.
Funny thing you said that when I was in my senior year with my ex, first time going to her house, she was like, "Now my dad, he be trying to test big black dude, but kind of fat but big."
Yeah.
And so
Like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Right.
I pulled up. It's like 6 p.m.
80 cent.
It's dark outside. 80 cent. It's dark outside. So he on the porch. He looked like a silhouette because he's smoking a cigarette on the porch.
Shit.
And she was like, "All right, well, I gotta run inside real quick." I was like, he probably told her to run inside so he could talk to me.
Right.
So she run inside, and so I step out the car, and he was like, "What's up, nigga?" That's what he said.
Yep.
So I said, "What's up, nigga?"
Yep.
He said, "All right."
You don't know.
He said, "All right."
I've had to go both ways. With one, he respected it,
Yeah.
and the other one was like, nah, like
But
he
you
had
don't
big
talk to me
issues.
crazy. Like,
But I was just like, you created this environment. What you want to do, champ? Like that happened to me in it was in college and or something around there, and maybe right after, but like it was, I came over and then it was just like the dad and the brother. But I saw the brother and I was like, I'll wipe you out ASAP, bro. So,
already sizing you up.
I was just like, oh, you out of here quick. But they were trying to like ask me questions. They were looking me up and shit like that, asking where I was from, blah, blah, blah. And then
and you see you tall. And
so they over here like, and the dad says something like, this nigga's like, yeah, I could tell you fuck a lot of bitches, nigga. And I was like,
God damn.
even if so, nigga.
That's weird, bro.
What are you talking like, bro?
And I'm jealous.
I would have been like,
Nigga.
was it the knees that gave it?
Was it the knees?
What? And he was just like, and my daughter not gonna be one of them. And he was looking at me up and down. He's like, so you could go ahead and dip. I was like, did she want me to go? And then he was just like, it don't matter what she want. I was like, absolutely does. I called her and I was like, hey, and I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
And then he was looking at me like crazy as shit. And I looked at him like, nigga, what the fuck? So he was like,
That's
and that was the
wild.
one that was actually cool with it though.
Yeah.
I was just like nigga, unless
Yeah.
she tells me, nigga, you can't tell me what to do. You not my daddy.
Yeah, you
And then
definitely not my daddy.
This nigga looked at me like, all right, man.
Hey, you gotta respect it. You gotta.
I was like, all right,
all right,
shit.
you
Yeah,
gotta
he was cool with it. The other
I
one
would have
wasn't.
walked out, turned around, and I already did it.
I'm going, nigga.
You think I mean you because I haven't pie?
Nah, that's real. You see this nigga running down the street. Nigga. Nah, that's funny. But yeah, he's like, they'll try to test you, like, but I ain't trying to do all that. You just trying to be, what's up? You good, bro?
I want to have a respectable conversation. If my daughter's brings the man home, whatever, she 18, 17, whatever, 20, doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna introduce myself, see how he carries himself, and have a nice conversation with him, an organic conversation, asking the questions, whatever, like that. See how he, and then my thing is not to do too much that first time because let me just see if he even gonna come back.
For sure.
If she gonna even want this nigga around, she might be like, that nigga was annoying.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I'm not gonna waste all that energy. I'm just gonna suss out at least on the surface level.
Yeah.
See, he seems nice. Let me, if
You ain't got time to be sitting down with a nigga
What's
doing
cool
all
about
this
that,
shit.
you may get more out of them doing
True.
it that way.
Exactly.
You be like, when I was your age, I was dating everywhere. You like,
Yeah.
yeah, me too. Got your ass. Nigga. I knew it. Got your silly ass, nigga. Got your dumb ass. Too comfortable. Tall niggas unite.
I know. I will. If she do come home, cause my daughter gonna be tall.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, this nigga.
damn,
not-
What's gonna be? But what's wild is for anybody to come home to you, like, you once again, it go back to the tall nigga shit.
Yeah.
You sitting down, you get up. They like, shit. All right, it's a
They
tall
may already
dad.
know you though.
Yeah.
You gonna be in that situation.
True, that's
they
true.
may already
True,
know you.
man.
Today we interrupt this podcast to talk about our sponsor, BetterHelp. All right, now listen. I know some of you went to a nice little Super Bowl party this weekend, and maybe you ran into an old friend or something. That old friend was like, "Hey, friend, you know, life is getting hard. Life is getting tough. What should I do? Who should I talk to?" And that friend's gonna tell you, well, you know who you should talk to? BetterHelp. All right, it's the only place where you can go to get private, confidential therapy. All right. And this is what we need, man. It's help, all right? It gets us through the day, all right? They talk about everything from depression, anger, relationship stress, your parental stress. If you're a parent and you out there hurting and you need to get this, all right? This service is available for clients worldwide, so make sure you guys tap in with BetterHelp. I've used BetterHelp, and it's really good, and I also have suggested it to a few other people, and they have used it, and they have also came away with the same type of results. So this is what you can do right now. Start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor, BetterHelp.com/traphouse. All right. Join over 1 million people who have taken in charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp.com/traphouse. Get you some BetterHelp. We are here to interrupt this podcast to talk about True Neogen. All right. From head to toe, your body is made up of cells. So that means you need to get those cells in order, all right? And True Neogen is the only way to get those cells in order, all right? Over 6 human clinical trials have demonstrated that daily supplementation with NR, known as Neogen, can safely and effectively elevate your NAD plus levels, all right? Giving each one of your hardworking cells exactly what it needs to perform at its best, all right? And that's why we use True Neogen over here to give these cells exactly what they need to perform the best, because we're performers and we show up to perform for you guys. So make sure that your cells is performing like our cells, and we can be one big cell together, all right? Listen, it's backed by science. True Neogen is one of the most well-researched patented supplements because it has been researched by some of the top scientific institutions in the world. All right. I feel at peace knowing it's researched by these top scientific institutions. And right now, new customers can save 20% off their first purchase by going to trueneogen.com/trap. Use code TRAP. That's TRUNIAGEN.com/trap to save 20% off your first purchase. Now go do that. Starting Monday, February 21st, VH1's got you covered in ink, all right, with back-to-back new episodes of Black Ink Crew New York and Black Ink Crew Compton, all right? You heard correct. 2 different cities, 2 different premieres, one night starting at 8. It's Caesar and the New York crew. This season they're in Brooklyn and trying to do it big, all right? But we all know new hood means new problems. We definitely all know that, all right? Tati's facing felony charges. Alex has to choose between love and his career, and everyone's coming for Caesar. And we ain't talking about no haircut, all right? But that's just the beginning. At 9 p.m., we're headed to the West Coast where KP is trying to keep his dream of owning the first tattoo shop in Compton alive, all right? But everything is changing. His city, his crew, and competitions are switching up with Black Ink Chicago vet Cat back and Lemire opening up his own shop. Will KP boss up or will KP shut down? All right. It's the tale of 2 cities that you can only catch on VH1's Monday nights. Black Ink Crew New York returns Monday, February 21st at 8/7 Central, followed by Black Ink Crew Compton at 9/8 Central, only on VH1. All right. So get ready. Prepare yourself. Black Ink Crew.
And you know, that's one thing I've also thought about, because I remember back, it's an immature thing, but I remember like when I was younger, like teenage or early 20s, whatever. And if whatever dumb thing it is when you an immature boy, like whatever, like I thought it was like, you know, I fuck with such and such a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, man, that's gonna be annoying. I'm like, bro, like that's why I want like Zen to be like me, like you know, my family's full of men. There's a lot of men, you know, my cousin, my brothers and stuff.
Too,
and it's just like, so we gonna put her on the game. So it's just like you gotta be like, you know, you kind of have to beat that to the punch and shit like that. Like you gotta be kind of like you gotta have some type of masculine energy, nigga.
You know, I'm going to take that nigga Sarunas Jackson daughter out. You know, oh shit, oh for real, Zen? Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that. And I wish that nigga would say something when I step up in this house. Nigga, I'm bringing some stilts. Nigga, I'm gonna stand up with that. Nigga.
Bringing some stilts.
So she get in there. Hi, Mr. Jackson.
Hi, Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson.
Big fan.
Sir.
You need any help gardening?
Great. So today is Valentine's Day. You know, one of them days where I'll be working and
I got my daughter today.
You got your daughter today. You know, that's your Valentine.
That's my Valentine.
You know what I'm saying? I know, Cam, you had a first date thing you wanted to ask.
Yeah. This I seen this thread talking about like worst first dates. They ask guys.
Okay.
I just want to read 2 of them.
Okay.
So he said, I walked my date to her car after a 2-hour dinner, only to find out she left her kid in the car the whole time.
Oh,
That's it.
Shit.
I can't have kids with you. You leaving your kid in the car for a date?
You that pressed?
For a date?
The kid with
That's just bad mothering, yo. I wish I knew.
Did
how
she
old-
at least bring a doggy bag?
like something like
She gonna
Or
feed
kid,
him?
something?
No,
Like, what would you do in that situation?
like?
Like, that's it.
You, I think you're gonna be so shocked. You're gonna be
Honestly,
you don't
like-
know what the.
Bro, what do you say? I would be so mad though.
Yeah, you're gonna be. And you got
I'm
a kid.
a parent.
Yeah,
Like, I would be furious.
Like-
but like, it's to the point where I'm like, yo, I don't even. I gotta like leave the
Yeah,
situation.
I gotta take a walk or something because.
But I'm also concerned for the child. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
will you make sure this nigga get home safe?
You knock on the window.
You want it.
you straight.
That's decent.
Now that's careless. Like I've heard of parents like, you know, be in a rush and they brain everywhere and they walk out the car and they be like, oh shit, something like
Yeah.
that. But for 2 hours, you just leave.
That
your
means she
house.
never got up.
That's insane.
That's
Because he would have
wild.
mentioned that.
That
She
nigga
never
had
got
an
up for
iPad.
2 hours.
Now the question is though, was the date good?
That's
What if he had a great time? He thought she was the one.
And not only that, she let him see this too.
Yeah,
I
like that's-
question that. Like, he walked her to her car. She knew that baby in that car.
She's reckless.
Yo, yeah,
ain't
she
give a fuck.
wild.
She ain't give 2 fucks.
Where's she from?
Look, you can you can flip it if you want to. Like, damn, she reckless. She don't give a fuck about nothing. Damn, she nasty.
She was ready to
You
get
can
popped
leave
that
me.
night.
You can leave me in your car for 2 hours.
Oh my god.
Her parents are strict. Yeah, I like that.
Parents are strict.
All right. Here's the second one. He said, met a girl off Tinder. We text for about 2 weeks. Finally decided to meet up. I go to pick her up and find out she only had one arm. She never disclosed this.
So she was turned to the side and all the pictures?
So what you do, you pick up a girl, she got one arm. You expect her to see 2 arms.
Can you say you lied? What do you say?
She got the upper hand.
Oh, man.
She knew.
Dog, because I know, but all you guys are good dudes, yo.
We are,
I
man,
know
we
for
try.
a fact y'all would have carried on with a date. Because you would have
Okay.
felt bad.
No,
to be
here's
like,
the thing. Here's the thing. I if I'm dating you, you gotta have a sense of humor. She
Facts.
getting these
Oh,
jokes
I'm
now.
good. What?
yeah.
That's how I cope.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
So
And-
as long as she's cool, I'm like, oh, all right. Well, obviously I didn't know about this. So are you okay to proceed tonight with me flaming you?
Yeah. Because right now it seems one-sided.
I don't want this conversation to feel empty. Amputee. I mean, empty.
Because here's the thing, for comedians, gotta stay the whole day. Got to.
Yeah, you gotta
First of all,
experience
the
what
story.
With the story,
The
you
story
gotta stay the
alone.
whole day.
She could be great, though.
And she probably a good person, but I don't know. It's gonna throw me off. I'm be like, I ain't never dated nobody with one arm, but
And on the
I'ma
other hand-
have to fuck probably because I ain't never.
Nah.
She could probably jack you
I'm
off.
about to say she might be elite because she's all she done her whole life.
She
She's all
only
this.
used this one? Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
That's the only.
No, that's interesting. Like one of my homies, I won't say his name because I don't want to get in trouble, but he
Tell me after.
he said he showed up to the date and the girl rolled out in a wheelchair. She was full,
No legs.
couldn't
Or legs didn't work.
legs didn't work. She just rolled.
But did he notice? He didn't notice beforehand.
I get might have been sitting down. I don't know.
She was
Like,
laying
she was
down
always
on
at
the
a dinner
FaceTime
table.
call.
Yeah, always at the dinner table. Like, damn, dog, her life lit, dog. She had all
Right,
the
nigga,
exclusive dinners.
Is it
Who she
lit
know?
or limp?
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Was that too big of a shot?
I go far, but you went too.
We're gonna find new limits.
It's okay. Define it. Define it. It's all-
Man,
What's the wildest first date? Yeah, you ever had a wild first date? Like anything crazy happen?
wild or?
I mean, anything like anything wild happen?
Well, yeah. One time, her, I didn't know, but her dude came in.
Oh,
And,
Wait, at the house or at the?
No,
the date
we
spot?
were out. Yeah, we were out having eating, and he joined and
He
sat
joined.
down.
he sat down, and y'all had a conversation.
Well, when he sat down, he at first he didn't say nothing. He sat down, and I was like, "My nigga, can I help you?" Because I was like, "Who is this nigga? Like, bro, like, what's wrong with you?" And he looked at, he was like, "Nah, I'm good." And I was just like, and I started about to stand up. I was like, "Nah, bro, you're not good." And then when I was standing up, he was like, "You don't know who I am, do you?" I was like, "No, the fuck I don't, bro."
That's why I said.
I was like, "Bro," and I was looking around, and I was about to tell somebody to get him out, and he was like, "I'm her boyfriend." I said,
cool.
You know what? Take my seat,
Yeah,
bro. I'm not paying for a damn thing either.
Yeah, right.
So y'all figure this out.
Yeah,
I left. I didn't stay long. I looked at her like,
That's wild. That's
damn,
wild.
When you were
bruh.
walking away, did they start talking yet? Or was he just looking at him?
I don't know. I mean, he looked like he was just looking at her. And you know what? No, I will say this. She was like, she's so like, damn. She just didn't give a fuck.
Scheming.
Like she said, when he sat down, she was like, she looked over. She was like, and then looked back at me, and I was just like, that's when I was like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah, like
And then when the nigga like, and then when he was like, you know, I'm her boyfriend, she was just like,
Oh, so he's done this before. He sat down at many dinners before.
I'm like,
she a
bruh.
savage with it. She
And I wonder, because I didn't talk to her after
That's
that.
crazy.
Like, I wonder if like maybe was this actually her boyfriend, or was this somebody who didn't let it go? Because the way she acted, she was just like, and she's like, well, this nigga's not gonna believe anything I say.
so I'm
This
gonna
is
just let
done.
him go. Yeah,
So you can go.
Yeah,
and I was just like, bro, and then when I was like, walking away, he was looking at her, and she was just like,
and what's interesting
she's
is
so cold.
Like girls gotta understand, like if they ever put guys, that can get dangerous.
it can.
Like, cause
What if I would have swung?
They could come in. What if you would have swung? What if he would have came straight in?
Bruh, what if he would've shot me?
Oh, anything,
Bruh.
anything. You gotta let niggas know.
Man.
Like that's
Girls don't
crazy.
be thinking about shit like that. I'm like, bro, we men, like we gonna like we can fight. We aggressive. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bro, because if a girl comes and wanting to fight and shot,
Yeah, chill out.
I
Yeah.
can break y'all up. You can't break us up.
No, it's two niggas out here.
You 5'5", nigga 6'3".
I'm not even trying to break you up.
We see some brothers start
fighting.
fighting. We like, fuck,
I'll be like, hold on, let me get a little time.
Wait till it's
I'm not coming in between it.
You gotta separate. You know, and it's gonna be look like I'm just trying to embrace you. I'm hugging you at the goddamn at the midsection. Like, come on,
And my
dog.
hands
Come
on your shoulders
dog.
like this.
Come on, man.
It's like a team hug. I'm behind the rope.
Come on, man.
That's ridiculous, dog.
Like the Roma poster and shit.
That's funny.
Man, bro,
You got to be careful with stuff like that. You don't want a nigga to run
That's
up on
wild.
you and hit you anything like that.
What about y'all? Y'all ain't never had
Like
no
a wild first
That's what I was
date.
trying to think. Even
I'm
when
really
I was like, I don't have nothing
Like,
crazy
date.
like that.
What about bad dates? Like
I mean,
a bad
definitely.
date.
I'm well,
I'm that
Too
dude.
many
So
to
no.
remember.
it's too many to remember.
I'm gonna make it fun. I thought I was too. And this one girl, man, she cracked the code and she just it was impossible to make it fun.
Damn.
Damn.
That was her fault then.
It was.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It wasn't me.
It was just
I'm a
her
great
energy?
time. Me too. That's how I feel. I'm a great time. You can have a great time with me, but
I like dating when younger was funny, especially when you had no money because you knew you weren't supposed to be certain places.
man,
You knew you weren't supposed to be certain places.
I'm
You
over there ordering
you
the
why?
cheapest.
Why? I'm over here starving. She eating.
had
I was
myself
getting
up.
water.
Oh yeah.
I was filling up on the free bread and shit.
I remember this nigga had a birthday party back in Atlanta. Remember at that Aqua something?
No, yeah.
H2O. I don't know what the
It
fuck
was
it was called.
It was aqua something.
But we were in
Trash.
that. I literally
Got a head of lettuce.
got a head of lettuce.
Yeah, I remember. That. I never.
They said a
I'm talking about
salad.
they literally.
Yeah,
And
was a head of lettuce.
it was like $15 to $20. I was like,
flip that
just
whole
let it-
table.
and they literally just brought a head of lettuce.
That's why I like.
And I'm looking at it like,
And $20 made a dent at that
Nigga,
time,
what?
bro. That shit made a dent.
And when he say had a lettuce, you know when you just peeling the lettuce.
Man.
They peeled off.
Like we in college, we ain't supposed to be paying $20 for some
Yeah,
letters.
not for no letters, man.
foul.
And like that's why it's triggering when a girl might be like, "Yo, let's go to no booze, the all these." But you be like, "You ain't trying to eat. You ain't trying."
I just want to say you don't appreciate what it took to get in there. You don't appreciate what it took to get in there.
You know how long? You know how to skip a whole line of resume. But like when it comes to or like a boring ass date or something like one time I will say this, like she was so. I was like ashamed of myself. I was like, how did I not see this was gonna be like this? Well, she was cool when I first met her. Like she was. It was in a party environment. When we were on a date, bro. She was in her phone.
Oh yeah.
And her head was down. And I'll ask her a question. She'll answer maybe a sentence, but wouldn't return the question.
Oh, that's now you just sitting there.
So I'm just like, okay. So then I'm like, I'm like, let me ask something different. I was just like, I was like, all right, yo, if I'm like, yo, pack up your bags. Choose a place you want to travel to. Tomorrow we're going. Where would that be? She was just like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, like,
Yeah, well,
would you have you? I don't know, maybe Bali. I was like, okay, why is that? I just see. This looks nice.
oh god, oh.
And I was just like,
That awkward silence and there's
I would
like
just have
no
to get up and
energy.
go.
bro, I was just like, okay.
can't do
And then
that
I'm
shit,
just thinking she's about to ask her back too. And then she doesn't. I was like, man, I do want to do Africa, but like that's such a big ass continent, right? So if I could get specific, I was like, what I said at the time, I was like Ethiopia, just because, I try to make a little joke. I was like, always been obsessed with Habesha women, Ethiopians, Eritreans, they fine as fuck to me. I was like,
they do be fine.
that was like, it's the motherland, right? And she was like, And I was just
Oh
like,
god, yeah.
I'm like, that's the only country in Africa that didn't get colonized.
right.
You start spitting facts.
Right. Eritrea came in 1992. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
so then at the end, I'm thinking, like, I even cut it short. I was like, okay, we could go. So I was like, I'm just gonna get I was like, okay, we, whatever. Because we had ordered like an appetizer drink,
Right.
and I was like, no main course for you. You don't deserve that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, no. I was like, we could go, right? And then she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, all right. I was like, check, boom, driving her home. I was like, I can't believe I picked this bitch up, bro. I'm just like driving
She
her
bad
home.
though. She was bad.
Of course.
That's why
that's the problem.
That's the only reason he even asked these many questions. Talking about Ethiopian shit. He trying. This nigga trying.
No, he was hoping a boyfriend come and sit down. Like, come on, come save me.
Where's he
Where y'all
at?
niggas at, man?
Always works.
That would make this day more interesting. goddamn.
But when I dropped her off, and this is where I get mad at myself, I dropped her off. She was getting out. I wasn't gonna say nothing to her because I was like, this was atrocious.
It was a
Nigga. This was
dud,
the
yeah.
worst. I'd rather the date with the boyfriend came. That shit was way more fun. Bro. I was just like, at least it was entertaining.
Right.
But she she was getting out the car, and I just unlocked it. I wasn't saying nothing. She opened the door. She was getting out, turned around to close the door. And as soon as she closed, I was about to, do one of those things where it make it seem like I want to get out of here, bitch. Like, so she turns around about to close the door. She was like, "You're not coming up," and I was like, "Why?" She was like, "Oh, you don't want to come up?" I was like,
I'm confused.
I'm just wondering what. How did we go from
It's weird. That's
get
weird.
it.
A to
I get
K?
I get that. I get
Get it
that.
now.
She was just like, she's like, no, I want you to come up, but if you don't want to, I was just like, I mean, there ain't no parking around here. She's like, I got a guest spot, and I was like, oh, all right.
Maybe
I went
she's
up
express herself in sex.
And I had sex with her, and I'm like, why did I allow myself? A lot of times, like women wouldn't
At all.
have given that up.
No.
If I was trash like that, they wouldn't give it
It
up.
was a wrap.
But my easy ass at the time, I let
Goofy.
that happen. So goofy.
And now she know like this nigga's simple, dog. I got this nigga.
Like, I gave that nigga nothing, and he still gave it to me.
I'm be honest with
I
you.
bashed her out though.
That's most niggas.
I mean, not anymore.
No, for sure.
Not anymore.
But yeah,
okay,
yeah,
But
yeah.
most niggas, yes, because
Yes.
I was most niggas
Because
at
now
the time.
your time is valuable.
Very valuable.
So like you wasting my time now. Like
Bro.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you got it.
maybe I looked at it like, well, let me not make it a complete waste.
Yeah, that's
But
what it was.
Still,
Yeah,
I
but-
was like, wow,
Yeah,
I
that's what-
gave
that's
my
what it
body to
was.
her.
That's the chick I just had. Here's an Uber ride.
Right.
Getting the fuck out.
I got something to vent. I'm switching it. A
Oh,
little
okay,
bit.
okay.
And the reason you'll know why after. Have y'all dealt with girls farting in bed?
Like sexually?
No.
Like, just
I'm
in
saying
bed?
like why they sleep.
I've actually.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
the,
see-
la-
I
the
had-
last
In DC.
Really?
the last two girls who spent the night in my bed both farted. And not like these, you know,
Yeah.
like your farts.
Yeah, for sure.
She would have to go.
Yeah, she would
would have to go.
But like little farts, because you know girls be trying to hold they don't want to. But I was like, do I be farting while I'm sleeping next to girls?
Probably.
Yeah,
So
probably.
it wakes you up out
No,
of your
I'm
sleep?
up.
that would be crazy.
Like it could be in the middle of the night or it could be early because you know I'm up early.
Yeah.
Mostly it's early. 'Cause I'm up early, and I hear a little.
Yep.
One girl was naked,
Yeah.
so I'm like, if she sharted in
Man.
my bed, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, no, I don't know why every time it happened, I was like thoroughly shocked, as if I don't do it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was like taken back because you know they like to sleep with their ass towards you too.
Yeah.
And I heard a little. And I was like,
And they never allow these little.
right. It's a little subtle.
Yeah.
I even looked at her because I thought she was up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just,
Yeah,
you know. And I
you
just
look
looked
at her
at
eyes,
her,
make sure.
and she was just. I was like, oh wow, her body's just okay.
So it had me thinking how many times I farted. I know my farts don't sound like they farts. So I'm like, how many times it ain't cute.
I've been woken up like, babe,
I fart.
Whoops, my bad.
So I just want to know if anyone else is dealing with it.
Probably, it's a few people. I think that's just the natural body. The body just does.
We've all done it.
Since we were talking about dating, did you see the Tinder swindler?
You know,
yeah.
I feel like I had someone just break down the whole
broke
thing.
down
to
the
me.
whole-
I was like, I don't need to watch.
You really, I mean,
No, you
but
still
that's
need to watch.
You still need to
I
watch,
do. But it's
but
crazy.
it's crazy.
That's crazy.
And I had to like get out of my non-judgmental zone,
Of course.
because
For
I
the
was like,
women?
yeah,
Of course.
because I was like, come on, y'all,
Come on, stupid.
come on, idiot, like, come
moron.
on.
At the beginning, she said, as soon as she said, I really like dating.
That was it. That was it. Yeah,
She deserved whatever was
This
coming
is
through.
a sport to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
I
just
think
like
they
a-
only did it because they thought he was rich and felt like they can get it
Oh, wait,
back.
that-
Well,
If
he
he
was
wasn't
smart.
rich,
No.
they wasn't giving him money.
Of course, he was smart for the paying them back more
Yep.
Yeah.
than what
yeah.
they sent them. So they're like, oh,
That boy
this is
professional.
normal. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was smart for that. I was like,
And he was
He was
playing off
smart
of
for
emotion.
showing them the first date. He always go over and beyond to
Yeah.
show them
yeah.
like he got
a fairy
money.
tale.
So
but isn't that a red flag?
I mean,
Your
it's
first
just a
date?
lot.
no, but his
Nigga, you
Tinder
don't know
profile
me.
is that.
Huh?
So
I
they
know, I
expecting
know.
that.
Like you okay? Even if you
But
went
even
on
a
this,
really nice dinner would have been
even
on
if
brand
you, but that you offering to go on a private jet,
to
oh,
somewhere.
All up front.
all up front. So you got to really use your discernment, if you have any, and just be like, all right. Even if you go on the jet, let's say you go on the jet, then you be like, all right, listen, you moving a little too. We did the jet. You know,
like
cool.
you're a woman, your
Yeah,
safety.
Like,
is
hold
like-
on.
But this is what I'm saying, going back to the daughter thing. If that's my daughter, I'm be like, you just gonna go with this nigga on it? Who is this guy?
Yeah,
you
who?
just going across the world? He just could kidnap you? Who is this guy?
Anything.
And this is what I'm
Anything.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
you picking bad. What
Yeah,
you
I
doing?
I
You
need to
just
show
picking
my
off.
daughter nice things
Yeah,
early, so she
exactly.
can be
Be
like,
like,
"Nah,
this-
it's not today. I don't feel. I just came back." From.
Exactly. exactly.
Yeah, I just came back from Geneva. I don't need that.
Yeah, I don't really
I'm
want
good.
Yeah.
That like to me, and what was it that they said that over the time in the past how many years he's like amounted like
10 million.
10 million.
$10 million.
That's
That's
wild.
million.
horrible money management. He should be
He
retired.
should be good.
should be
Yeah.
so good.
He should be good. And the thing is,
He keep
I
asking
give
for
it to him. I give it to him. That nigga was using another woman's money to take another woman
Yep.
to Greece
It
and
always-
ball
yeah.
out.
It was all-
And it's
it
a
was
road
just a
to-
yeah.
His system was nice.
System was great, actually.
his
system was great.
His system was solid.
I mean, his soul has to be just like not there.
Yeah.
How do you like every day is that?
That's,
You
can't
when
you
you're
can't,
when
you
you're
can't do
addicted
nothing
to
else.
materialistic things, because that's an addiction itself.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a real thing. Like, man, you'll just do that's great. But you can't, but I will say when they were saying like, you know, when cops or investigators get involved, I'm like, and charge them with what?
Yeah, that's
Because they willingly did this.
yeah. That's why he only
He might have
served.
lied to them, but it's not like he had them sign or forge anything or like some like he
just
lied
gave
to
him
them. He just saying, "Oh, my enemies are after me. Send me 10,000." They did.
Hey, ladies out there, all of us in the podcast, we got enemies out there. So if y'all want to just
Y'all want to
cash
cash
out,
$$ Ron J.
There you go.
I'll send it back.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely send it back. But also, that's why he only served what, like 15 months, 18 months.
Then like, what are you gonna do?
What did they get him on?
That was a passport.
That was just a passport.
The fake.
So if it wasn't for that,
and which is a federal thing. I mean, you can't do that.
And then we was laughing because when the Amex people came to him came to the girl, I'm sure in her heart she thinking like, oh, okay, they probably gonna be nice and give me. It was like, yeah, he scammed you, but we gonna need that.
They still paying it back,
idiot.
Idiot.
We gonna need that back.
Legit. Me and my girl watched it together.
Yeah.
At the end of it, all I said was, "City boys up."
Right. Oh man.
Because what is the point of this? Like there's nothing he did was.
I would have.
Women have been doing that to men for years.
Rotating.
Exactly.
Shit.
They'll take
City girls
they'll get Sarunas to go pay for the dinner.
Yep.
Come out to the club with me and go hang out with Cam after.
At a
They
museum.
did that this weekend.
This weekend they did that.
Literally, bro.
Super Bowl weekend.
All-Star weekend be
They'll ask Sarunas, like, I need to hold like 200.
Any of the girls who made it inside past the final stage,
Yeah, they
the
did.
final level, they won.
Yeah.
Oh, the city was out. Everybody was hitting everybody. I'm in your city. We know you here.
I know.
We know.
not.
We know. I'm not here. That's funny. But they will do that. They'll go out with a nigga and then go have sex with the other nigga and then be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go back home to my boyfriend now.
And they got plenty of rotation of niggas they call, oh, my friends.
Oh, for sure.
For
sure.
Yeah, that's why I don't be feeling when they like, guys this and niggas ain't this. And I'm like, oh, you're talking about all 7 of them? Like, bro, get out of here.
You talking about all 7 of them?
All niggas ain't shit. It's just the ones
They
you
all
picking.
hurt my feelings. Right.
You said they all
why
hurt
are
my
you
feelings.
attracting this? Say something about you, bucko.
And I feel like
Shout out
if
to
a girl know your status, any video status, especially somebody like you where your face is seen all the way, it's just like they gonna try anything to just get it, be around,
bro.
Just be around.
And these girls that be working, and I don't judge,
Yeah.
anybody at work, whatever. But like I remember having this one girl. This happened a couple of times. Like, man, you start a conversation with some, and I know the formula. Where there's certain ones, right? This one girl, I remember she starts like, we're talking, maybe a couple of weeks of talking, whatever. Like, just light conversation, entertaining, whatever. It's cool. She's attractive, whatever, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll do set it up with how you been, and I've been good, just doing this and that. Oh, good. How about you? How you been? Things are like a bit of a struggle right now, like this.
Oh, that shit. Oh, yeah.
And they go like, just this one particular girl, my gosh, she was like, like I have to pay this, I have to pay that, and this happened. It's just like,
it's crazy.
Man, it's exactly what I was like. I was like, oh man, well, I hope you figure that out. And she goes like, yeah, me too. And then, and I try to pivot the conversation.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what are you doing? In my dumb ass, I was like, all right, what are you about to do this weekend and stuff like that? She's like, well, I can't do much because my situation.
She flipped that quick.
I know. I was like, she good at this.
Then the nigga be like, well, yeah, okay, that's cool. Like, have you heard about the Tindler swindler?
She was like, well, I'm not one of the girls he got.
That's why I'm down right now.
And she ends up getting mad at me after a while. She goes like, she said something like, she said something about getting help. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, just ask your family. I'm pretty sure they'll be understanding. She was just like, ugh. She goes like, UGH. And I was like, oh, what, they won't help? She was like, no, I thought you would be romantic and like offer up something.
Romantic? Do we
just said it at the same time? Y'all was insane.
You need to I would have sent her the dictionary definition of romance is
how you guys said it is how I spelt it. It counts romantic. Drake, I was romantic. Question marks. I was just like, all this is transactionally beneficial for you.
Yeah, it's nothing
What's
romantic. What's intimate about?
I've never met you in person. I ain't
fucking.
It was weird. I was just like, what? And then I was like, from there, I just never.
Oh yeah,
I blocked her. I was
you
like,
should be romantic.
and that's just one story. Girls would be like, or like, a girl like talk you up, butter you up, and be talk all this stuff, and then one day you like, if you're not doing nothing, like let's link up. She'd be like,
one second for you.
Yeah.
Is this pre HBO, post HBO that they're doing,
or a little bit of both?
That first one was pre.
Okay.
I was still hooping at the time.
Okay.
So you was getting.
Or he had the image of you.
You were doing it right.
I was selling it. You know, commercials. You know what I'm saying? And then after this, one girl was like,
She was playing this nigga in
She
2K. That's
like,
what it was.
this one girl was like, she said, oh, you know, like I said, she was hitting me up, buttering me up and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And after like a couple months of that, you know, just one time I was like, oh man, she said something funny. We were laughing back and forth, joking. And I was like, oh, if you're not busy this week or whatever, there's this happening. This, I was like, if you want to link up, let's do that. She said, I'll think about it. And I was like, okay, cool, it's available, whatever. She was like, my time's valuable and stuff like that. I was like, I feel you.
Yeah.
You know, time's very valuable. And she was just like, so, like, if I'm spending my time with a nigga who's, you know, she said something like, if I'm spending time with a nigga who's not, something along like, kind of like paying my bills, this and that, then like, why am I doing whatever? I was just like, oh,
yeah, all right.
Oh, okay, well, I hope you find that.
Yeah,
so
for
she
real.
was just like, she's like, so you don't think my time's valuable? I was like, sure. I was like, yeah, mine is too, for sure, yeah. And she was like, you don't want to add value to the time or something? I was just like, no.
What you talking about?
Like, I was just like, what? I was like, look, are you? I was like, I'm not one of them. Like, I need you to understand. I'm not one of those.
One of those niggas.
Like, I have no issues
Like,
out
I
here. I
fight
don't have to do that.
I'm not one of them. I will fight your dad.
I'll beat your daddy ass. Don't you know I don't care?
I'll beat your daddy ass.
Don't you know I don't care?
Word on the street, hey, don't talk to that nigga Sarunas. He'll fight your dad.
He will beat your daddy's ass.
Oh, that nigga crazy.
Yeah, man.
No.
So I just, it's just wild.
It's real bold. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
We just live in crazy times, man.
But some funny way, I respect it. Shoot us your shot.
I mean, yeah,
You
shoot
get
us
shot.
Don't
Hey,
get mad because I know it's worked on a nigga.
oh, for sure.
That's why they
That's
do
why I
it.
said I don't judge, you know, whatever. I was like, look, it just didn't work on me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know some sucker bit on it. And I don't
For
even
sure.
judge on the sucker because maybe I know a guy, I used to box a long time ago, and this guy that was in the camp, I remember one time I was on his Snapchat. He's a materialistic guy, right? I was on his Snapchat. I was just looking at this, and I just seen all these girls. They're like news or videos and stuff like that, and it was like 12 straight women. I was just
On
like,
his Snapchat.
on his, and I was just like,
That's interesting.
I was like, bro, I was like, would you know these women? And then like he started posting like some of them they'll be with him, like these same girls that he knew, like they'll be with him, and then I was just like, and they're just offering these up to you, and he was like, oh nah, dog, come on. Like he was probably, I was like, oh, you pay these women, right? He was like, absolutely. And he was just like, he was just like, man, like, you know, he's this Atlanta nigga. He's just like, he was like, I get to cut out all the bullshit. We know what I'm here for. It's they get what they want. I get what I want. I clean my hands. I'm out of there. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? If they want more, they come back for more. If I want them more, I give them more. Whatever it is, I do that. And I was like, I mean,
I can't.
hey,
No stress in his life.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. I mean,
It does alleviate.
For him, it works.
Yeah. And it does work for a lot of people. I've
And
heard
that's
that
if you're a
before.
person who doesn't want, like, I at least at the bare minimum require some type of connection.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Little
So-
bit. And what it is too is all of us in here have never had issues getting women before.
Exactly.
So that's what.
Yeah.
So for us, when we hear stuff like that, we're like,
Exactly.
I'm not.
But I
doing
respect
that.
him. He honest. He ain't trying to
that's for
hide
sure.
him.
That's
For
what I
sure.
said. I was like, all right. Like, he told me straight up, there's guys out here that lie about it.
Oh, for
So I
sure.
was like, oh, okay, I get it. So, I mean, but like, and if you want that, then that works for him. I was like, okay, cool. Like me, I can't have it be so transactional.
Yeah, it feels-
That's like,
yeah.
that just feels nasty.
Even though it is.
I mean, it is. It
I
is.
mean, like dating, man.
you
It's
can
just,
layer it up,
could be
though.
such dating could be such a waste of time.
sure,
B.
for sure, it can.
It's
It
just,
can.
and the thing is, I think why a lot of guys get more upset is just is because obviously they're putting out their resources more. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
of
know, you got
course.
to pay for the dates, you got to pay for whatever it may be. So it's just like. I don't think we should be encouraging these women to be just fucking around too much. I mean, not fucking around, but literally taking advantage of men by taking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking while
I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying I don't judge it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
I
Like,
got you on that.
I just look for things I don't understand. I just
You
hold space
dirty
for it.
assholes.
Jezebels.
Jezebels. No, but what you saying?
Like for me, I just hold space for things I don't understand. Right.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's what they do. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe I need to do some research. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me. I'll look up things too. I'm
Yeah.
like, or I look up interviews with people who are in certain lifestyles or whatever like that. I'm just like, oh, like I get their perspective things. You know, you get their background story. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah,
Well, you a nigga that has common sense to go do that.
Well,
The
yeah.
world don't.
Yeah, I know. A lot of judgmental
Yeah,
people.
Too tall not to.
You gotta have
common sense to be tall. Can't be tall and dumb, man.
So real quick, this paternity test that's going viral online. I just want to talk about it real quick. Cam sent it to me, then I seen it getting popular. This guy, he's in court. It's like one of them judge shows, and his girl is on one side, and he on the other
Was
side.
it a black judge, a black lady judge?
black
I've
lady.
seen a very quick clip of it and I exit out.
So basically, he has 2 kids with this woman, and she said, "All right, we're gonna do the paternity test." And so the first kid came out was not his, or he immediately starts
She was
like
3. It was a daughter.
3. He immediately starts
Her
crying.
whole life.
Yeah,
Thinking so.
he immediately started crying. He like, and you could feel that. I'm
He
like,
said,
damn.
no matter what, I'm still gonna be in her life. That's my daughter.
And he said, before this happened, he said if it comes out that she's not his daughter, he wants to go ahead and do a test for the son as well.
Nah.
And so he did a
And
test for the
son
son.
was like 6 months or something, right?
And it was not his.
God damn.
I said,
He broke down even more.
Oh, he broke down. Like, oh shit!
my God.
But her face was no care in
She
her
was stone
face.
cold, right? Little pumper chick, she was just like,
there's no. I'm like,
because
shit,
there's nothing you
man.
could do.
Nothing you could do, and she like, hey man,
What would you do in that situation?
that's tough. That's tough.
You got to kill her.
Right, because you
got-
thinking
I'm going to
all
jail
this
and I'm
time.
already in court.
Yeah, you thinking all this time, and this is my kids. Like
That's
3
tough.
years, that's a bond.
Two kids?
Yeah.
They say that's one of the worst things that can happen to a man.
Because
I mean, you raise
Bruh.
children for years,
There's
and
people
then
that
they're
found
not
out.
yours.
There's people that found out late. I know
Much
people
later in life.
close to me that like their dad still thinks that they're the dad, and I'm like, dog, like
That's wild, bro.
You know, like I remember Chris Rock said this, like, you know, like a man, you know, he'll like there's a difference between a man's lie and a woman's lie. You know, like you know, men ain't shit. We know that, but women will ruin you.
Oh, for sure.
Like a man, you know, he'll be. And you know, we found that, you know, we've heard about those stories about like, oh, he had a whole other family on the other side of town.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's way harder to pull off, and it happens way less than a man raising up. Because if you think like if you're not thinking that your woman wouldn't do that, then you're just going through life like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right.
And like, you know, a man's lie would be, you know, oh, I was at Tony's house last night.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
he
right,
wasn't
right.
there, obviously.
Yeah.
A woman's lie would be like, it's your baby.
It's like,
When Chris Rock said that, I was like, man, just the level. It's just like
For
women are
20
just
years.
better at hurting than men.
That reminds me of one of my favorite Gerard Carmichael jokes. He said at the very end of his HBO special, he said, nigga said, you know what's worse than finding out that your father has a second family? And he just sits in it. He sits in it. He looks up, he goes, when you find out that you the second family.
I remember that.
That shit was so funny.
He is a patient committee. He does that.
When you find out you the second family, yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh my god,
that shit was funny. But yeah, in that situation, that's tough, man. You done raised this. It's like, fuck, man.
That's scary.
I felt for that nigga, man. I was like, shit.
what do you do? And then now, so like, you're like, no matter what, I'm gonna stay in the daughter's life. Now you found out both.
It's like,
Are you
now you got some thinking to do.
I feel like 6 months. Hey, you still got time to connect
6
with your
months,
father.
maybe, yeah.
Right.
You gonna be with your dad.
But
Like,
three
So
years.
I read in the thread they said that he not with the girl no more. I think he got custody of the kids.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
that's the best
Oh
outcome.
wow.
Okay.
That's
okay.
good.
That's
Actually.
good. That's good.
best
That's great.
outcome.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
And I'm assuming 2 different fathers for the kids.
Maybe-
too. Has to
maybe.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Unless
do
it's
look
just been this
different.
long.
Both of them do
They
look
do, yeah, they
different.
do.
Okay, unless it's just long ongoing affair with some
Shit,
guy,
man.
but it has to be 2 different fathers. I don't picture it not being the same guy.
Speaking of the babies, one of them got to fighting in the bowling alley this past week.
I was supposed to be there.
That's
Which bowling alley was it?
Pen?
Was it Pens? I think it was Pens.
Was it Pens?
Yeah, because I remember
Fucking Pens, though.
that shit be happening.
Always
there.
happening in Pens.
I remember getting a flyer for my man who was doing it, whatever. He's sending me that, and he had sent me one the week before and tell me who was going to be there, and I was like, you know, brother, there's certain names that I avoid. They attract certain
energy.
And I'm just not.
And not even no respect. Disrespect.
Bro,
It's like,
no disrespect. I don't want to be in that mix.
Yeah, that's cool.
Here's what I took from that video. If I'm ever going to get jumped in my life, let it be
Bowling
for
sure.
alley.
Yep.
For sure.
Because
Slip
they
and
had
slide.
no traction.
I'm going to lane 11.
If they had traction, it would have been a lot worse for
If
me.
that nigga take off, you want to fight me? Hold on, nigga.
Hold on.
Come on.
Let's see who can swim.
I dare you to run at me.
Look, now you see a nigga practicing on slippery floors in a dance
that's
room,
hilarious.
making sure just
I
in case the
know,
nigga ever want
right?
to jump me.
But the best part of the video, that girl walking up the steps and you just see a
You
nigga
nigga like, get your dumb ass
Why
over
would
here.
you be doing? Get
Where were you
sit your
going?
silly ass down.
I would do the same exact shit with my girl. I'm like, get your ass over here.
Yeah, that's-
I'll be
Because
trying
you
to
get
see
me
niggas
fighting,
fight.
I'm be mad at
On
here.
me. If you get hit, what I gotta do now? Next time I'm gonna be like, well,
I'm getting jumped.
Now I'm getting jumped in the bowling alley.
I'll watch.
But that's what we were saying. We was like, we just know certain energy. You just can't. It's like it's too much, man.
Man.
It's too much, and
And
then
it's obvious, bro. You just know what's what. I said, man, those type of things, bro. Sure enough. And I see him in the video too, breaking shit. Hold on. Oh, man, you would
have been in there just out, just looking in there.
I used to see me at the table like, with a drink, like, damn.
Oh yeah,
Me,
well,
I was like, all right, it's time to go.
That's what I said. Let's go.
we at the
Let's get
age
out.
now. Remember back in the day, we used to watch the fight. We at
No,
the
we
age
walk.
now. We
We
see
walk.
it. We out of here.
Yeah, we walk.
Because
I'm like, 'cause I know shit gonna start popping. Yeah, I'm like, I see.
Kodak.
Oh, let's go. Exactly, bro. That was crazy. He barely dodged that.
What?
I hit in the
'cause-
leg.
What happened to him?
He got shot in the leg.
No, it was in the leg.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay. Yeah.
some dudes, I think it was hitting somebody in his crew, so he went to help, and then he pulled out a gun, started shooting.
It's just
he
too-
got hit, and some two
Niggas
other
is quick to
dudes got
shoot, dog.
Pussy.
Niggas don't fight no
So
more.
pussy.
Yeah.
So pussy.
That's exactly what it is.
These niggas so pussy to me, bro. I be like as much as I pride myself on my hands, I'm like, I can't use them, so I'm gonna get shot.
I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Because you can't, even if a nigga want to square up with you, in your mind, you like, I want to fight this nigga, but I
me.
can't.
On
I
me.
can't because I got a daughter.
I got people depend on me.
Yeah, like-
I value my life, bro. You know, I had a homeboy. His name was Robert. We called him Truth, and he was actually killed years ago. And he was 6'10". So we go out together. We just big motherfuckers, right? And but like I remember one time, like we probably got into like 3 things together, right? And I remember one of the times though, this one dude came up and he did something to my man's his shorty at the time, and so he was checking them and stuff like that. So they kind of getting into it and everything. And the dude tried to sneak him. Truth left-handed, went back, cracks him. Hard left. He know how to fight. He's 6'10", bro. This dude drops. So you see, he had 2 other homeboys, and their initial reaction is to step up. So we start squaring up with now, and one starts like backing up way more, and one dude, one of these blood niggas, like he looked at us. He was like, "Nah, y'all niggas too big, blood. I'm gonna have to shoot you." And I was like, "Hey, say less, bro. I ain't about to do this." Like, I was like, "Man, come on, bro. Like, let's go."
Get out of here.
He like, y'all niggas too
Especially when
big,
nigga
blood. I'm
look
about
at
to shoot you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot you.
Yeah,
'cause, like,
he was like, "Nigga, y'all got me fucked. I ain't about to have the starting 5 come in here with my ass."
now I feel him because if that's
In
the
a
rock,
sense.
I'm gonna have to shoot him. I'm gonna have to shoot the rock.
It may not do nothing.
I mean, it may not do nothing. It might bounce off.
Yeah, come back to you.
Honestly,
Ever I see
funny.
like little niggas that are really aggressive,
Yeah.
whether it be at the club, anywhere, like
You already know.
I'm always kind of worried of them because those are the
Yeah.
niggas that just seem like they starting.
If they
got
wearing
something.
skinny jeans, a plaid, and a fitted hat, I'll be like,
Yeah,
nah, these
like,
little
I'm
Long
good.
Beach niggas.
if I see the dude who got beat up, get up real fast and walk out
Oh,
real
yeah,
fast,
yeah.
he going to get a gun.
Yeah, yeah.
And that
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, that
Outta
happened
here.
with me and
Outta
Truth
here.
getting a rumble. I see this one guy take
Straight
off.
up.
And you know, we still in, and then from a distance you see him running, but his arm straight
Oh,
down.
no.
We took off.
I already
So
know.
that's the fastest I ever ran in my life. Swear to God. Like if I would have clocked, I promise you I was a 4.
Because you know a gun heavy. You know that's why a nigga holding it. Like,
Bro,
oh
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
running fat, and we just took off.
Oh, yeah, gotta
yo.
go.
Yeah,
Gotta go.
And the worst part was like there was a part where there was these bushes and a pathway went like that, and we running. I was just praying to God that he was gonna go with me, and we broke. Like I was like, fuck, and I didn't know I didn't see him for.
You start thinking about boys in the hood and shit.
I was just like, bro, I'm scared, bro.
Shit,
like,
man.
I follow that page that Tahir told us, the ATL scoop page.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a wild
ATL
page.
is crazy right now.
ATL's a wild page.
Like, what is going on?
But it's also
Shootouts
wild if
everywhere
that's
on video.
all they're gonna show on the page.
for
So
sure.
you know,
Yeah,
like
but
the news.
that's the
but the amount, it just I get that, but it just seems
it's
like
ridiculous.
the amount on video.
Yeah.
That's called, like almost daily they have shit happening.
Every day something wild's happening, especially in major market cities, right?
Yeah.
LA, Chicago, all that.
Right. Yeah.
But like, I remember when I was filming there, I was there for like 3.5 months, right? And I just remember like, I was like, it's pretty often some shit was happening. Like even like hearing some shit, cops, whatever, all that shit. Also, what I don't understand is every time on the freeway there was a car broke down or an accident every single day. I'm not even lying.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Yeah,
I've never
it's
seen so many
atrocious out
cars.
Yeah.
Like, do they just not know how to drive?
That's the
Like,
thing. Atlanta's one of those places when it starts raining, they gotta shut down things.
oh, it's
like
horrible. Yeah,
it's bad.
It's so bad.
Maybe the
bro.
mechanic's not good down there.
They just don't take cars serious. out there.
They don't give
Period.
a fuck. What was this voice note you wanted to
This is
talk
another
about?
venting thing.
Oh,
Like,
go ahead, get it out.
if
Get
a
off
voice
it.
note past a certain limit of time, you gotta call me.
Gotcha.
Because someone sent me an 8-minute voice
God.
note. I'm taking cliff
What do you
notes.
say for
I'm like, I'm not gonna remember all of this.
Are they
like,
trying
you
to
should
explain
just
a
call
recipe?
me.
Yo,
Here taking notes.
I've never heard that in my life.
8 minutes.
I got an 8. I got a
Yo.
5. Like, I think anything past a minute
The most
30.
was
Come
3
on.
minutes and 24 seconds.
I think
I'll
three
never
is the
remember.
cap. I
No,
feel like.
If I
a minute
see it, I
I
30.
think 2 or in a minute 30. I think
it.
2 is like if you're going extremely long. It's
Gotcha,
two.
that's
gotcha.
But it should be anywhere from like, if you have something to say, anywhere from 30 to a minute 30.
I didn't even know you can hold your hand that long.
You can just slide. It'll just stay.
Oh,
See?
Really?
I don't be sending voice notes like that.
yeah,
sure,
damn.
sure.
Oh,
You be
put
sending
me
long
on.
voice notes. Though.
Oh, nigga, I'm about to start chewing
Look,
niggas
so
out.
you hold it like this, slide your finger.
I be in there holding it and be slipping
God
sometimes.
damn.
But the only thing about this, you gotta make sure your phone don't close. You know how because if it closes, it's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a close. It's a wrap. Like, fuck.
I just broke up with her in those 6 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm taking cliff notes. I'm like,
That's a long.
I can't remember all
That's a
this.
long voice note. That's a long voice note.
Stop it.
That's when he said stop
8
it.
minutes honestly should feel like that's like a violation on us.
And I'm
that's
mad.
like
That's
The
a
whole
harassment.
conversation.
And I'm mad.
We can
Right.
argue about a full
Right.
topic for 8
Right.
minutes.
I'm
8
mad at
minutes.
myself because I listened to it all and got mad at
And
the end.
that's crazy.
honestly, like for you to talk for 8 minutes and send in a voice note, now I'm curious.
Yeah, kinda.
And now I'm mad because I can't. I'm
I
never
gotta,
gonna.
yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I saw 8 minutes, I'm like, that-
Was it? What was there like important things in it?
Look, this nigga.
If that was a script, that's an 8-page
That's 8
script.
pages.
Bro.
Yeah, it's 8 pages.
Like,
That's 2 weeks of rehearsal.
2 weeks of rehearsal.
Oh, man.
I'm like, if I saved it, that would have took up space on my phone.
Oh,
I didn't even save
you gotta
it.
delete the app. Yeah, damn,
This
bro.
nigga can't say 8 minutes.
You like, it better be. It better be.
This nigga said he
'Cause,
taking
like,
notes.
at what point?
Studying.
And the person who did that shit, at what point, like, let's just say at 4:30, nothing
Like,
was
no-
like, I should wrap this up. You said another 4.
Because a
will
lot of
do.
people be like, you know what, I'm running a little long. My bad, my fault. Let me.
and that should justify
Yeah, yeah.
the next 7.
You like-
I put back, call me.
Honestly,
I'm not playing that back.
I don't even
'Cause
want to be
remember all
over
of
the
it.
phone for 8 minutes. To be honest with you, you got to send me an email with a PDF of what you talking about.
Oh, yeah.
a breakdown.
Like, damn.
8 minutes on the phone. I'm used to, yo, what's good? Oh, yeah? All right, shit. We holler at each other when we see each other.
And ladies,
You gotta FaceTime me.
and ladies, stop
Right,
doing this too.
FaceTime.
My homegirl did this to me, and she said, "My bad, I did not mean to do this." She texted me one day, and she was like, "Oh, hey, are you free later?" I was like, "Well, I'm busy doing the podcast stuff, editing right now." "Okay, if you could call me because it's important."
Okay.
I
Hey.
I said,
I said, I'm busy.
I said, no. She was like, "It's important," and immediately
Oh.
I start going to all my thoughts on
Yeah.
it's important.
Oh, it's important.
She pregnant or something? Like, what's going on? Like, what's it?
It's
Hey.
important.
And she was like, "Oh, my bad. You know what? I just realized how I wrote that. It ain't that serious. Hey, yes, don't do that. Okay. Don't say we need to talk.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't give me none of that shit.
don't do that.
Don't give me none of that shit. Yo, you ever had a girl say we need to talk, like break up with you and you didn't know y'all was even like together?
Right.
I was like, she was like, hey, I just like this one time this girl was like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I don't think this is necessarily going to work out and everything. And I was like, oh wait, what's not gonna work out?
Yeah.
And she was like me giving my time to you, and I was like, oh, like the 2 times we hung out the past 2 months. I was like, all right, like
That's a cry
some
for
girls
attention,
get
too.
so it is.
Yeah,
Some girls get so in their head, but then they'll get mad if I'm not giving that because I was just like, oh, all right, well, I mean. Yeah, we always cool.
Yeah.
I thought we were just cool, but yeah. And she was like, okay, I just wanted to be clear and be on the same page. Hey, I think you needed to get yourself on the same page with you.
Even for sure.
I got one. Homegirl called me, wake me up out of my sleep. I'm talking about bawling, crying. Like, she like, I'm not in a good mental space right. And I'm thinking like,
damn,
this
she
is
got
suicide.
fucked up.
I said, hey, come to my house. We'll go to the beach. Whatever happened, go on. She get to the house. I'm outside. She's a little past the house. She's reversing. She hit a car, tapped the car. The neighbor outside who car it is sees it. So I go out, like, we looking at it. I'm like, hey, she going through some stuff. It's okay. I open the door. Let me drive. She's bawling. I'm like, she's going through it. The way she set it up, I'm thinking she about to hurt herself.
Man.
We get to the beach. So, I lay down the blanket and everything. Like, what's up? So this guy... Like,
nah, see,
you
that's
lucky
why
I'm at my happy place to be. I'm thinking you about to hurt yourself.
Yeah,
like, I got up in a scram because you answer the phone, hello, and they just this ain't a regular girl cry. This is like I'm going to hurt. What she was saying, I'm not in a good mental space. I'm like, whoa, I haven't slept all.
Oh God,
right,
you
come get me.
I would have been like, what's wrong?
I'm like, did the guy beat you?
Nah, the way
this
this time, I've never heard nobody like this before.
Yeah. So
this one was
that'll
like,
scare you. Like,
I can't have that on my conscience.
I've had
I don't
girls
try
say,
to do something.
Yeah, they don't. Like, I don't trust myself right now, and I'm just like, oh, and it's about some guy.
Girls be playing that game, man. They want,
look,
they
this-
fucking up
and-
with one dude, and now they try and get the attention
But this
from
ain't
another
someone
dude.
I'm
This is
dating,
like-
so this is
Yeah.
why.
But
this is
even if it's
straight.
not,
it ain't
even
like
if
you
it's
trying
not-
to get me for
No,
some
it's
reason.
not.
Positive
It's
male
just the-
attention.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the attention from a man. It's just like, okay, the guy I'm fucking with is messing me up. I need attention. I need a guy to come give me that. And that's why friend zone niggas.
to be balling like that about a guy that not like, nah, man.
I ain't trying to go to your homegirl. Go to your mom. Why are you coming to a nigga like
Was
me?
this her man? Like exclusive official
This was
relationship?
her dude.
Oh, okay, all right.
I was like,
why
you can't
am I
call me
here?
like that. Like you.
I hate when girls had treated me like I was a gay best friend in a sense.
Yeah, that's-
like, call me with I know that I give good conversation, and I was like,
I
but
get
you
it, but-
can't just do this.
You ain't gonna
But she ain't never done that. This is why this is.
Oh,
shock.
now it's
like,
out the blue?
like that,
That
like
thing?
that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I ain't never.
So of course it's
seen
gonna
that.
scare anybody.
I'm
You like,
like,
what the fuck? Yeah, what's going on?
You ain't gonna suck my wisdom out of me.
Man.
You ain't suck this good energy and
This
wisdom.
good
Only
wisdom.
thing you sucking out of me, never mind.
Even if my homeboy called me like that,
No,
I'm
it's gonna-
going
yeah,
because
yeah.
the way
Yeah, no,
she
for
was
sure.
explaining.
But you know if it's your homeboy, it's real.
Man.
God damn
That's a
it.
good one.
Bro, she what?
Hey, no, she did one nigga. Hold on. Hey, we riding out right now.
You said you were raising a baby for 4 years, ain't yours. That's real shit.
we probably would have been right there in the driveway. What's
good?
Right,
You know,
right.
hey,
Everybody got their hands on their hips and shit.
everybody, yeah, that's
ain't nothing funnier than men trying to get stuff out because we don't know sometimes how to be vulnerable. So if a nigga pull up in your yard and you waiting outside, pull up on me, bro. You know, as soon as he get out, the first thing he gonna do is pace. He gonna,
Yeah, man. He
Y'all
just,
niggas
bruh,
like-
right. Swearing that shit. I swear to God, on my mama, on me. Like,
I'm telling you, dog. You following him. You like, because you thinking like, all right, we gotta fight somebody. Like what? Like,
on me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. That shit. Oh my God.
Nigga don't know what to do, and then he start out. Man, you know, like when nigga don't know how to explain this. Like you know, girls be doing that stupid shit, dog.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody,
hold on, man.
Everybody looking like the sun right in front of you.
You try to get some, get it out, bro. It's cool.
You good, bro. You good. Bro, you ever see it was D. Ray Davis talking about a stand up where he's like, he's like, man, he's crying and shit. He was like, I caught her sucking this nigga dick. He was like, nah, I told you that she was like, you know, like it's like guys are way worse than women coming in like, oh my God, come here, we're gonna go get our nails done. We're not gonna think about him, fuck him.
No.
Guys be like, well, I tell you, bro. Like
She did have fat ass.
That's like Rome knew I was at a bad trip one time. A bad trip. Also, some shrooms. And I say, Rome, I need you right now. I'm sorry.
And you know when your niggas, you know the difference between when your niggas is playing and when they not playing.
I play a lot.
This nigga looked at me in my
I
eyes
was
and said,
serious.
"Wrong.
That's why I was like,
I need you right
I
now."
am bugging out of my mind right now.
I feel you. I feel you, bro.
That's why you gotta know your nigga.
You gotta know. You gotta have a tight circle, man.
Bro.
I was like, you straight? Ain't it?
Hell yeah.
I like, nah.
I'm not.
I'm not, nigga. I'm scared.
Bro.
And I held it for 20 minutes before I said it.
Damn.
I can't do it no more. I need you, dog.
I never had a bad trip on shrooms before, and I've done them a lot, but I've never had a bad trip.
And it started off amazing for hours. It was someone's bad energy that switched because you know the energy got to be right.
Yeah, that's I guess maybe because I curate the right.
Yeah. It was out of my control. That person.
Only time I had a bad one was because the person I was with, I was having a bad one. It was fucking my shit up. I'm having a great time. Can you get away? But
that person was going through something. You can't be going through something. You got to be in a good mental space when you do shrooms.
I told people, take that shit serious. But I will say one time I had an intense trip. It was great, but it was intense. Like I remember I kept I was like, yo. I was like, yo. And I kept like screaming and shit. I was in Atlanta, matter of fact, with my brother and my cousin. I was just like, and we were dying laughing. But I remember it was so intense. Like I thought I was jumping out of my body, bro. Like I didn't know how to explain it. I was just like, I just couldn't be in my body. Like I couldn't be in it. I was like, I gotta like get out somehow. I don't know how to explain it, bro. It was intense, but it was amazing.
And they say don't look at yourself in the mirror. That's the first thing I did.
Shit,
That nigga said the first thing.
bro, I did that shit before too. I was just looking at myself. I was like, damn. It's funny.
Somebody say your head's big or something.
They go through all type of shit. It depends. Like it depends on the trick. Because sometimes I've looked at myself and I'm not really. But then there's times I remember my eye was
like
doing
moving.
this. And it was just my right eye and shit. And I was like, what the hell? And I just stared at it. It's funny because I remember one time looking at myself. It was like. I was like, man, I'm in my peak, right? I'm fine. I look fine. I turned the way I look back, I was like, God damn, I'm ugly.
Oh my God.
Now imagine taking shrooms and then seeing this nigga in the dark. Two different things.
Oh my God.
Two different things. What the fuck?
Like 8 arms and shit.
And you gonna see 8 of them in here? Oh my
Hell no, you get jumped. Like, hell no.
And then his voice deep.
Oh yeah. I'm glad he said that. Remind me before, because I want to get to some stuff that you got going on real quick before we get out here. But before I get to that, so I'm on Instagram one day, and late at night. One day I'm scrolling. And I, you know how sometimes you kind of scroll, you might look away or something, and I landed on an advertisement, and this is all I hear.
Hold on, I got it.
This is all I hear. And then I took her panties off and I slid.
What is this?
And then her supple lips touched the
Bro.
caress. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, some Ronas.
Yeah, bro, you gotta.
It's part of an app that they curate stories like sexual. So it just caught me off guard.
Bro, yeah. So I did these like erotic stories with this app called Dipsy, right?
Yeah.
Dipsy app.
Nice.
And it's like it's an audio story, audio series and stuff, and obviously it has like sexual things. It's a very sex positive app ran by women.
Is it made up stories or stories?
Made up.
Yeah.
Some of it kind of like,
That's cool.
maybe they'll pull something from, but like
it's people's fantasies, plays off people's fantasies and things.
And I did it one time. It was like a 3-part series, and then I guess it did well, and then they came back, and then I was like, man, I don't know. I just like, I didn't realize it was gonna do well. I just thought I was gonna get quick back. And I was like, man, and I didn't know it was gonna be all over. And I get it sent to me so much. I'm like, fuck, man.
That's hilarious.
Man, shit, I was like, the nice little bag. I was like, fuck it.
But here's the thing, though. As soon as I heard you, I was like, I need to reach out to Dipsy. See
Man,
what they talking
bro,
about.
you killing, bro.
I need to reach
I
out
will
to see what
say
they talking about.
that shit's tough. You
No,
get
for sure.
lightheaded because all the breathing and
Yeah.
shit. You got to be all breathy and all that. But you get lightheaded. But I will say, like, I remember Woody and Melvin were in Woody McClain and Melvin Graham. We were in a group message with Key Powers. And they were doing like these voice things. Like, hold on, I want to show you, cuz.
Oh, please.
They started making fun. This nigga Woody was. Hold on, let me see if we're gonna play.
But don't worry. It's your way.
Bro, they were just kind of like, he was doing like all these like.
Bro, I wish I know you at home right now. Look out the window. What about all Chardonnay?
Yes.
What I might smell like.
That's hilarious. Hey, yo, shout out to Woody, man. That's funny.
We were like, nigga, why you sound like Tyrese?
That's funny as fuck.
That's funny.
Bro, yeah, man. Get you some
but-
friends that make fun of you. Keeps you good.
You need
Oh yeah,
it.
you got to. You got to.
You absolutely need it.
That's
You know
what
I
because
mean?
we was talking about how when Buddy got knocked out by Jake Paul, Nate. We was like, it was like that was me getting knocked out. I already know. I'm gonna text the group and say, "Go ahead." I know.
Oh, it's coming.
Boy. Oh yeah. Absolutely, you deserve it.
But yeah. So what you got going on, bro? Tell what you working on right now. You know what the fans can expect to see from you.
Man, literally like a week and a half ago, I wrapped this second season of the show called Made for Love on HBO Max.
Clap it up for that. Let's clap it up.
You know what I'm saying? Black man working, black man working.
Yeah, let's go.
I did one episode of first season and series regular this season. So I like it. You know, it's in it's like a dark comedy in like a sci-fi-ish world too. Well, like super tech. I don't want to say
really?
like sci-fi, like hero shit, but
Right,
like
right.
it's super futuristic tech stuff. And it's like that. So that's something in a different pocket for me because usually, you know, I'm in a certain role. So I decided to do that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for that. Right now, also the second season Games We Would Play had wrapped up back in December.
Clap it up for that.
Had a successful season. It was great. And then I'm gearing up to start taking me financiers for this film that me and like Stephon James and Denise Davis producing.
yeah.
She's producing this.
I remember. I
Nice.
think you told us about it last time. Yeah.
I came with this idea in 2017.
Yeah, got you.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's how long it takes, man.
I tell people
Sometimes
it's like,
crazy.
you just got to stay persistent. It's just that when the stay-at-home order happened, I did this like audio pitch, and then I had a visual treatment.
Gotcha.
Sent that out, and then it got some interest and traction, and then I was able to get the ball rolling on that.
good.
And so,
Whoever got that, like, that sounds like the dude from the app.
Matter of fact, put me in the movie as a Dipsy nigga. Yeah. So what's up, everybody?
could narrate our movie and shit.
How did that come to your brain to do an audio pitch?
That's dope.
I haven't
I
really
think
heard
at that time,
There was no meetings.
I'm just like, exactly. We're on Zoom, right?
Got you,
And
got
I'm
you.
like, how do I make something so engaging and stuff? And at that time, I was kind of doing some podcast stuff too. I was doing with Nick Young and Chanae. We were doing certified buckets with Spotify, and it kind of just was at the time I was in this pocket, and I was getting really creative being at home. We had all that time to ourselves, bro. That was like, and so I came up with the idea to hit up the dude that does the sound mixing and design for our podcast, and I said, look, I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna record this. I did it in the closet,
Nice.
I had a mic from the pocket, so I did it with or did I do it on my phone? I can't remember now, but it was like I did it in the closet. Sent it to him, and then he added all these like great. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please. That's I love
It
hearing
was like,
different
just trying to
approaches.
be creative. I just thought I wanted to because I'm like, how everybody has a deck and the visual treatment.
Yeah.
So if I can make them really feel the tone of it,
Yeah.
because the story has changed since then for the better, but the tone remains the same. So if they can see the characters, the tone, and what I'm trying to strive for, then I knew I was going to be able to. Because a lot of people. We're visual and audio learners, a lot of them. So it's like, if I could give them both, then I think and then I got to track the ball.
That's what they were making us do for the voiceover class. They making you like sound design because when people hear the cars and all type of shit, it's like it's easier to get jobs that way because they can hear the whole thing. So that's interesting. The audio pitch.
A lot of people forget. This is for people out there too pitching anything or like, especially in film and stuff. It's still sales.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget that. You can have the greatest idea. You can have great whatever it is, but getting people excited for that thing.
Man.
We know it very well. It takes time. You got to really refine it. That pitch is important.
Yeah, and like if anybody is interested in doing it, like any type of word of advice I could give, is at the end of the day, like be so passionate when you're pitching, and because when they see you're passionate about, like if they're not gonna get excited if you're not excited about it, you got to get passionate about it. If you're not necessarily that, I would suggest getting somebody who's really good at that to pitch with you and carry and like carry the boat and carry the load like that. So, so luckily, I mean, me, Stefan, like we're actors, so we're good. I mean, we're comfortable with that. And then with Denise and then Seath, man, we all comfortable with that. So yeah, it's an exciting time for me because I want to be the Mel East. I want to create opportunities for others. You know what I mean? What she did for having people like us a part of her stuff. And,
Amazing.
She did a show with the most famous person on that show was Jay Ellis, who did 2 seasons of The Game or something like that, and there were the later seasons. You know what I mean? So it's just like, she made a hit TV show with a bunch of people you didn't know. So
I had a random dream last night that she invited us to a new yacht party in Miami. So hopefully that's coming soon.
oh my God.
I had a dream. It was a nice flyer and everything. I was like, oh shit, we about to go ahead to Miami. And then I woke up. I was like, God damn it.
I hope you manifest that because I am there.
I miss those.
I miss it, bro. Oh my God, those are great, legendary stuff.
Miami is a cool city.
Also, before we get out of here, do you manscape?
I got. They got trimmers and stuff, right?
I
got some. Yeah, I got some trimmers.
Listen,
and
man.
stuff.
I know. Well, tall niggas can manscape. they can manscape, and now they also have deodorant. We got Manscaped deodorant.
Okay.
We got 2-in-1 shampoo conditioning. I know for racially ambiguous guys, that's yourself. This will be good for you, Manscaped. Then we got body wash, which is I mean,
body wash.
Listen, I like a good body wash. So you more of a bar or body wash type?
Body wash.
Yeah, I'm a body. Yeah, so Manscaped
Anybody
body wash.
loofah?
Sensitive skin. I loofah my back for sure.
Your arm.
You got the wooden thing.
So I get right in there. Yeah.
You go into what you call like home.
Spa.
One of them. What's the store where they sell home products a lot?
Like Bath
Marshall.
Bad
Yeah,
Beyond. One of these shits. They always in them.
And they got lip balm because lips get chapped out here. Hey,
Right now.
Sometimes you'll panic if you don't have your chaps
Right
there.
now,
Like,
it's true, man.
Need that. And then last but not least, they have the new Manscaped hydrating body spray.
All right.
Body spray.
Like a misty lotion.
It's hydrating. Whatever that means. So listen,
lotion.
it's lightweight and quick drying. All right.
Okay.
So make sure you tap in. Listen, first off, it's vegan, gluten free, cruelty free, alcohol
But
free.
what isn't these days?
I mean, a lot of things.
But you know what it is? Manscaped. So make sure y'all go to manscaped.com and put in your code DT for 20% off plus free shipping. Get you that Manscaped. Get you the Lawnmower 4.0. It is Valentine's Day, so hopefully you did it before Valentine's Day.
It's called Lawnmower
4.0.
Smart.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get that thing.
Shit work too.
Get that shit work. So get it trimmed on up. You know what I'm saying? When you go, just now you can do a heart for Valentine's Day. Get that ready, jump on in there. Come on, man.
Come on, Manscaped, send me shit.
Come on, man. Manscaped, you heard him. Like, get to it. He said tall guys too, man. They Manscaped
we gotta,
too.
Yeah, we got to trim up.
So yeah, y'all go get Manscaped. But Sarunas, hey dog, tell them where they can find you, man. Tell them where the people can log in.
Same place, Instagram and Twitter only. RonJay, RONEJAE. You can find me there, and check out the stuff I was just talking about too, coming out soon.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Y'all too, man. It's always fun.
Next year when we have you back on, we're gonna have a new list of tall guys can. We're gonna do some research for next year.
Redefine the
You
list.
started off hot.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next week to another episode. Make sure y'all tune in to Mic Drop, the new shows we got. Make sure y'all watch the new Suits and Shades show on Dormtainment. We got to get Sarunas to tell a story. That's what we need to do. And then also make sure y'all Boss Talk, Shady Side Up, all that stuff, man. And we'll see you next week. Peace.